What's going on, y'all? It is live every other
Man,
Wednesday night here on the Three Star Draw and the Krusty Old Crow channel. So, you know what that means. It's time for the Backyard Battlefield with me down south 77, Three Star Draw. And I give him the music.
oh, how's everybody doing?
What is going on, Krusty Old Crow? How you doing today, buddy?
Oh, I'm average. Let's do average. That's an answer, right? How are you? Above average? Below?
I would say probably just average as well today. It's been this week is just kind of creeping by. So um yeah, it hadn't really been bad. It's just been meh, been one of those.
Fair
Um
enough.
so what is it what's it like up there in Canada? Has it been hot, been cold up there?
No, it's been warm enough. It's been in the upper 30s out here. So I went out on the water today and did a little bit of water sports with the kayak, and it's a hot day. It's this. I feel like it's almost tornado season because it's going a lot of hot rain, wind, and then hot days, and then repeats. So,
Yeah.
yeah. How about
Yeah.
you guys down there?
Um not as warm as it's been, but it's one of those kind of the same. Like it's always thunderstorms and possibility of severe thunderstorms and all that. It's been kind of back and forth with that the last couple days. I come in yesterday and mowed my yard that I haven't mowed for like 3 weeks, and it rained a little yesterday. So, uh, yeah, kind of slow going getting through the yard, but that's July here. It's either a complete drought with no rain or every day is like at least a 50% chance of storms. It's just all the time, man. It's just every time down here. So
Yeah.
going through getting some of the chat highlighted. So you said you went out on the water today. What did you get into out there? And I do have some pictures that you took today.
Yeah, I sent you the pics. I was so let down by every asshole problem I had with my airtight review, trying to throw that together.
Yeah.
Today I said it's time for me to finally go put the kayak out on the water, and I brought some cobras with me and caught some shots, so you'll see them on the Hydro Viper review. But I brought a couple to share with you just because I thought they turned out okay. The Hydro
Yeah.
Viper is so much better than airtight. I can't believe I'm
Yeah.
saying that.
No real issues with Hydro Viper, including those little flimsy hoses he comes with. They're so much better than the bigger
Yeah.
air hoses. I don't get it.
Yep.
So
That's
we'll show
that's the
those.
exact same point, I was gonna make, was just one did hoses right, the other did hoses to kill you with rage.
And then because so we're going to talk about these figures in a little while. That's one of the things we're going to do tonight. It's kind of we're gonna rank the new the new in North America wave, because it's it's all we got here in North America.
Ye-
um, so that's one of the things with airtight. Like even when the hoses are on and they're fitted right, it pushes his helmet up, so he's like
Yeah.
looking over the bottom of his helmet.
So this is the thing I repeated the most while trying to take shots of airtight when I was moving the head at all with the helmet was, I'm just gonna, that I repeated that a million times. I'm just gonna, and it was always ended with fuck, right?
Like,
Uh,
son of
Yeah, I mentioned it in my review. I'm like, man, you notice I don't have him looking left or right a lot when he's wearing his helmet, right? Jeez.
and it's not any better heating them up. It actually makes them worse. Even heating up the plug-in for them does not
So,
really help.
I mean, I get people really want to like him. I really want to like him. I think he looks good as a fig without the kit. Like he's not a bad looking character, and I get he's like integral to a lot of people's collections. But One viewer suggested, he's like, "Oh, he's easy to pose. Just put some glue in the hoses or some sticky tack on the helmet, right?" And I felt like he was joking, but maybe on the off chance he wasn't, I had to comment back. I'm like, "No, I understand. You could do all that, but you shouldn't have to with this toy, right? It's that means you're not able to play with it, and they should glue it if they're going to ask you to glue it, right?" But
Glue being the answer just always just roll my eyes. Like if it
I mean,
maybe a magazine in some of the rifles, like I don't glue any. I want it, but I want it all to work like it should.
well, I mean, in an age where everybody's kind of dabbling and customizing some of this stuff and everything, I get the suggestion, like I do, right? But a lot of us don't want to do anything permanent to your figure. That's why kit bashing is so popular, because you can undo that if you really wanted to,
Yeah,
like head swaps and shit like that. Extra
yeah,
vests, sure, right? But
yeah. All that
yeah,
stuff's pretty easy to do. I'm not a no, I'm not even that big of a fan of sticky tack, but I will like not permanently. If I've got to use it to do a picture that I want, okay. As
sure.
one I'm going to show later, I use some sticky tack, but the glue, like, the glue ain't happening.
No,
I think I've got 3 figures that I've glued the rifle magazine in on, and that's it.
jeez. I refuse to take glue to my fingers. I have broken posts on backpacks that remain broken just because I'm so lazy about gluing that, right? But I get it. And honestly, I remember having Airtight as a kid. I was excited that the helmet came off this character and everything like that. We'd get that option, like I wanted as a kid. I wanted all their helmets to come off. But what a, I felt like I wait 40 plus years for nothing now, like helmet comes off. Fuck.
At least at least they got the hairline right.
They did. They got the face sculpt good. I don't mind the fig for everything it is without its kit.
I still really like him. I still gave him a pretty
Mm.
good score when I reviewed him because I've been waiting for Airtight. I was one of the people that really wanted Airtight, and we needed
Sure.
Airtight for to finish the carded wave of 85. Um,
Right.
so I'll give a quick rundown of what we're going to do tonight, and then we're going to
And
say what's
then,
up to the chat. We
yeah.
got 29 of you guys here between the two of us. So thank you. Hit that like if you don't mind, in case I forget to say that later, because I probably will. So we're
We're going to talk
going
about a
through,
lot of stuff tonight. There's a lot of little things adding up.
yeah, it's just kind of a smorgasbord of stuff. So we're going to go over stuff we've picked up recently, like some of maybe what we, not all of it, because we've both kind of showed that, but like some of our favorite stuff and whatever that we picked
Mhm.
up recently. We're going to talk about the said wave of Joe's with Airtight Hydro Viper, kind of give our order of where we wound up liking them. Got a few slides to show. I've got some just recent stuff that we've done on the channels, on each of our channels, just kind of a recap of stuff that we've done lately. And then we are later on going to play a game, which is usually fun when we do it. It's usually chaos, but we like silly chaos here. So we're going to do who am I slash who's that file card. So we're gonna give some clues and play the guessing game, and you guys can play along, throw out who you think it might be in the chat. We kind of approached it different ways, but I think we'll get the same result. It'll be fun. So
Figure
um,
it out.
yeah, so let's go ahead and say what's up to the chat before I get way too far down. Whoa, it's already way down. So got DJ Five Ashes in the house saying, "What's up, fellas? What's up, man?" Got Cooking with Eric is here. What's going on, Eric? Clint saying, "I'm here for the Joe Fest slides." You're a little late. There might
Everybody's
be
using
one or
Joe
two.
Fest slides all the
Yeah,
time now.
yeah,
It's a
we got.
month of slides leading into Joe Fest and a month of slides coming out.
Yeah, we're just. We could probably show 2 slides or 2 video clips for the next year, and
Yeah.
like, all right, this is Joe Fest. It was six
Oh,
months ago. Next week, this is
Joe
Joe
Fest.
Fest. It's 6 months away.
Yeah, it's a crutch of a content piece, isn't it?
Yeah, it sparked some good discussion, but I think
Sure.
8 weeks of it, people will probably are like,
Especially if you
what
didn't
else?
go. If you
Yeah,
didn't go, I'd just be like, "Fuck you guys! I want to watch
like
something. Give me something."
just rub it in, get on here and sing a song or do something.
Oh,
So,
yeah. It's like everybody talking about a TV show you don't watch, right? Like Seinfeld.
yeah,
But stop talking about Seinfeld. I'm not watching it.
yeah. That was something I didn't watch, and I never am gonna watch. I do
Mhm.
not like Seinfeld. Stanley Everhard Jr. the third is here. What's going on?
Stanley.
Saying great thumbnail. Thank you. And I do have look at that, and the base picture for that thumbnail show you what I changed around. It really wasn't that much.
Yeah, you made me a dog lover.
I know. I didn't. I was today before I realized that wasn't what was actually on that shirt. And I think I can tell you how Jim and I arrived at that conclusion. So we're going to talk about that too. Turk Murphy's here. Turk, what's happening? Let's see. Said hi to Clint. I got well hung banana hammocks in the house. What's happening? And,
I feel like that's probably one of my army dude friends at some point, but I don't want to say for sure.
I know.
That's a
I know
name
he
he'd come up with.
banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
He's been here before. He hangs out in Punk's chat quite a bit. So good to see you here. Everyone obey the no smoking sign, including Shane.
I'll get right on that in my own living room.
Yeah, bollocks to that. Joe Fan 84 is here saying hello, everybody. Checking in from the beach. He's actually on the beach as we speak.
Right on, dude. That's what I did today too. Good for you. Your beach is probably better than mine. It's probably near an ocean, I bet.
It is on one of the most gorgeous parts of the ocean in all of Florida, at least that I've seen. I've seen a good deal of it. Shane saying, I never saw a no smoking sign I paid attention to. That's right. Let's see. Cypher 6-3, what's going on? I think I said
mid average. That's the average, you know. The average mid.
Yeah,
average.
Average.
It's the average mid average.
Denominator. Blitz is in the house. What's going on? Here's a fella that I've been I've already underhandedly referenced twice in this stream.
Yeah.
Shark Eyes toy review in the house. What's up, man?
Yeah, the ghost of Joe Future, right?
Yeah. Greetings, salutations, fellow Joe Bros and Scallywags. So, in case you don't know what I'm referencing, and if you're a Joe Classified fan by now, I don't know how you don't. Adam has put up reviews on both Synapse and Mistress Armada, two figures that I am really looking forward to. And I know, like, I don't always watch Adam's reviews when he gets them so early, but a lot of times I do because it's so long before we get them. I've kind of forgot some of it.
he is becoming my exception to the rule because there's like 6 to 8 months before I see this figure. It feels like it's more like 3 or 4, right? But yeah. I'm with you. It's and Adam's he's the kind of guy that'll reach out and help you out with your stuff too, which I like too. Like he's definitely a back scratcher and a team leader in the community as far as cheerleading goes for other channels. And watching his content always makes me jealous. So
he is actually the Don of the algorithm mafia. So
which would make B his number one assassin, right? Because B comes in there, same conversation.
There's 5 of y'all, and you're like a top capo crow.
Yeah. I've got my prison tats in this arena. It's true.
That's right. So we got Starfighters here saying the battlefield is ready. Excellent individual reviews. 3-star and Crow. Thank you, Starfighter.
Thank you.
Kyle is just here. Kyle Shave saying hazy in Wisconsin from the wildfires up north and 96 degrees today. Yeah, it's coming from up your way. Y'all got some crazy wildfires going on.
Yeah, I mean,
in the mid-
people like to point that stuff out, and I acknowledge. I'm like, yeah, the wildfire smoke goes across my continent. It goes across yours. When California was burning, we felt it here. Like it's just
yeah,
that's the environment, man. We don't control the wind, bro.
right. I mean, it's not. When we, like you said, when we send the smoke from setting half our country alight up there, you guys ain't going to
Yeah.
complain.
Well, I mean, for me, I just look at it as from a government perspective. I'm like, now I know where all our planes and like fire planes and fire choppers are going this season. South. Nope. Now they're going north. Okay. And now they're going west. Right?
Yep. We got Ed Action Figs in the house saying, "Sup, beautiful peoples. Good to see you, man." Let's see. Evil Dookie is here saying, liked on both channels. Man, we've been triple digits for a week in North Carolina. We've only had a couple days, I think, where it's broke 100 so far, that's either good or that means it's saving it all up for August and it's going to go into like October. So
Yeah.
that's usually
we'll just to put the light back on Outhouse Customs for a minute there. Evil Dookie is kind of spearheading and running with his own custom bikes there, guys. So check out his channel out there because he's showing the options and everything like that. I think if you're looking for bikes and ways to customize and what to be looking at, I think he's trying to walk everybody on target because, we're another year with our Dreadnought bikes, right? So he's kind of trying to help everybody fill that gap. So check out his channel if you're into that sort of stuff, the motorcycles and the Dreadnoughts.
I'm looking forward to seeing how he progresses with that. I've already told him what I want to see with one, and he said he can make that happen. So I'm interested to see how that shakes out. Definitely check out Outhouse Customs.
Yeah, he shows me the stuff. I often say nothing, and I feel like sometimes he's waiting for me to ask to build a bike or anything like that. And it's like, dude, I can already tell your list is going to be as long as my driveway. I'm a very patient, slow burn kind of guy. I'm not going anywhere. When it's time, I'll ask, right? But
absolutely, I am. I'm looking forward to see how that comes out. So
yeah, I definitely want one. I just don't need to be first for it.
No new Joe's, just the Dino Rider for Shane. And there's Adam saying, I did warn y'all about them hoses, but see, I'd already forgotten. because
you're too far in the future, man. It's like when the Flash tried to go back and warn Batman and we couldn't make out the last shit he said. It's like, you gotta stop.
He said Martha.
Martha or something.
Why did you say that name?
My God, Adam. Could have just said who it was.
Bobby Wald, the helmet on mine's really floppy, but if I put the hoses on, you can't see his eyes. Exactly what good is he going to be trying to clean up the environment if he can't see where he's going?
Okay.
He might walk off a cliff.
If we're going to keep coming back to it, my question to that Hasbro design team that took over from Lenny and them, right, was at no point did you guys ever stop and say, hey, we're putting the head attachment, we're connecting it to 4 ports with this hose. Why don't we glue 2 sides down somewhere? Like glue it to the backpack. What the fuck else are you going to do with those hoses, but leave them on the backpack anyways, and just make it so they disconnect from the helmet? We wouldn't have had a problem.
even for photography's sake, if you wanted to do a picture with like him fighting somebody and them ripping out one of the hoses, ripping it out of the mask, like it's still in the backpack. You can pull one side out of the mask. It serves the same purpose as if you were pulling out of the backpack. I thought that too. Like, why are they not so dumb?
Yeah, and I'll keep bringing this up on a couple of examples of some toys in recent flows of channels, but this is why I would happily opt to trade a day or two with a toy than be first sometimes with a review, because the process I go through with my reviews, I have to do all that photography and videos, right? I have to shoot all that for one day and slap it together. And that is my adult way of playing with a goddamn toy. And what I
Yeah.
realized with Airtight is he's barely a toy if you put the accessories on. You can't play with them because they fall apart. He's only a toy when you leave the accessories off. And I was like,
Yeah, and unfortunately, that is not how I mainly want to pose Airtight. Like I'm looking at him right now because I'm going to show him
oh.
later, and I can see him, but he can't see me because the helmet's on.
Yeah, he is one that I think the hoses I am going to glue, even though I told somebody you shouldn't have to do that. And I'll just concede I shouldn't have had to do that, but I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get on. We got Blitz is here. What's happening, my man? There's SCS Dog saying aloha all. What's up, SCS? Good to see you. You got Chad Farr is here. What's going on, Chad? Let's see. Move on down. Liquid Identities in the house saying had to tackle wetsuits helmet too. Similar hose issues, fixes we shouldn't have to be making. I agree. Wetsuits are not
Yeah.
nearly as bad. I had the same complaint with wetsuit. I can get wetsuits helmet to stay in place, but it's partially because it fits so damn tight it will rub paint off.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was just gonna say. I traded problems with wetsuits from hoses to tight fit because I cleaved a wedge out of my wetsuit's eyebrow because the helmet cut it out. It was so tight that it actually
Yeah.
cut my figure's eyebrow like a little wedge piece out. And I was like, holy shit. Like, not only is it tight, but apparently it's sharp enough to cut through its own plastic. Right?
Yeah, it's one extreme or the other with them, man. Ultra
Yeah.
Mensch is here saying good evening all. What's up, man?
I mean, put the problem in the scope that it is. I mean, I'd rather have a piece fit really tight than really loose, right? So
Yeah, I mean it's I'd like a tight piece myself, but it's,
I
I
see
guess
what you did there.
yeah, you see what I did? See, I would play if it wasn't so far away, I would be more timely with that.
No. Yeah.
So far down the media assets line on here.
You gotta remember I'm wearing headphones. That just went off in my it scared the shit out of me.
Well, wait till I start playing Charlie Murphy. So it depends on accessory or like a joint. It's really like a toss up on which is better. So
Yeah.
Stanley saying he owns 0 of this wave, but ranking 1 Airtight, 2 Sundown, 3 Hydro on sale, Overkill, and Dawn. That is because you don't have any of this wave. And
Yeah.
you will rethink that order.
Yeah, I mean, I get your logic, yeah, but this is not a wave of logic.
That is perhaps the way I would have ranked them as well before I had any of them.
Yeah.
610 Yojo Daddy's in the house saying, "What's up, fellas?"
This wave almost made me feel cynical. And I'm like, no, I've always been like one of the more optimistic guys about these figures. If there's something good here, I'll find it and I'll praise it, right? And if there's something bad, if it's not bad enough, I'll glaze over it like it's not that bad. And this wave, what a struggle. Holy shit.
And it's been a while since I've nitpicked as much, but still been as overall satisfied with the wave as this one, I think. So it's really weird.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at where my satisfaction fell. Right. It was not where I thought it was going to fall.
I gave them all good scores, which is unusual.
Yeah, screw that.
Bobby Wald's in the house. Brian King is here. What's going on, Brian? Good to see you. Let's see. Got Lone Dragon here saying I've come here to chew bubble ass and kick cum, and he's all out of bubble ass. Wreck Ship 85 in the house. What's going on, dude? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Are you going to Kentucky this weekend, Wreck Ship? Question I was gonna ask some folks later on. U.S. Combat Dojo's in the house. What's going on there? Oh, let's see. Man, I got to get down this chat. There's a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
Don Sharkey looks out for his familia.
It's just a matter of favorites.
Yeah. So the next figure you get that you don't like, I'll tell you what, you've got to work into it just for me.
Yeah. It's
Here it
aggravating
comes,
because it occurred to me, Sharky, even if you had like a problem with Synapse, you had all the time in the world to return it and then have it back, and you'd still be months ahead with the review.
right.
Yep. They could get lost in the middle for 2 months and we'd still not see it.
So this is what I need to do.
Look at the mask of my boy.
19 JJ Ace is in the house. What's up, man? Let's see. I think I'm almost to the bottom. What's up, Tristan? How you doing? Popping in from over yonder. Russell Cruz is here. What's going on, Russell? Saying good evening, gentlemen. And Tristan, 45 a figure here, budgeting for a figure this week.
Tristan's in, it's in the similar boat here. It's 39 right now here on average.
Yeah, that's about right. NJ Eddie in the house saying good evening, ladies. What's going on, dude? How you doing?
If there's new faces that we're not recognizing as new, just welcome. Sometimes I get lost in some names, and I know sometimes names change with the icons, and you never know what I'm remembering, if it's your icon or your name. Usually it's your name.
Sorry if I skipped anybody. I was trying to get to the bottom here. The Lone Dragon is looking for a Kami Duke and the fuzzy head pack if anyone can help. Duke, there's got to be somebody that can find a Duke in the store, because I keep seeing the pictures pop up of people finding that sidekick with him. I haven't even been in a Walmart looking. So I was going to go last weekend to the one that's close to me where I found the Lifeline and Big Lob Wave on that sidekick where they had them priced for $20.
Sure.
I was going to go back to that Walmart because I figured if any were going to have it, it would be that one, but I just hadn't had a chance to go. I'll try to go by there. I'll try to go this weekend if I can and see if they've got one, Lone Dragon. And Adam saying that was a very good Don Corleone impression.
Buddy.
And then there's Wreck Ship.
Kentucky, okay.
Be able to make it some utter nonsense as Wreck plans for the next few days. And how that goes. Mine has had a Toyota symbol on it for the last month.
Yes, yours has. Carpet.
Yep. Oh, Matthew Matson in the house. Mamoon Nestor is here. What's going on, Matthew? How you doing? Watched as much of the evening blend as I could last night with him and Pop Blender, because my ass was just like knocked out dozing. So and I fell asleep sitting here trying to get some stuff ready for tonight. I stumped the bed last night.
I've taken pretty much a week off of everybody to try and shoot videos through the evenings, but I'll bow in and say hi to the odd channel when I'm taking a break for having a smoke or something, right? But I can't say I've dedicated myself to anything YouTube for a while, like as far as watching anything.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot since I've been back from Joe Fest. I just kind of was like taking a break. And I've been busy, like on the nights that a lot of stuff has come on, or the days or whatever, like I wasn't home or I was outside or whatever. So Eddie's saying big fan, Crow. Sorry to hear about all the trouble you went through going to Joe Fest, damn airport and TSA.
Thanks, Eddie. No, I appreciate that. And guys, I'm the big advocate of, if your story is really, really hard, you'll look back at it and say it was worth it and good memories and whatnot. And I'm no different than that. Like, it sucked going through all that, but now that it's over and done with, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I earned my Joe Fest.
Yeah. I'm glad that you had a good time because you
Yeah.
definitely did. You earned being able to have a good time when you went.
Mm.
Um, Stanley saying
Thanks
he
for the
got
kind words, Eddie. Yeah.
Stanley saying he got his Jada Flintstone figures yesterday.
Oh,
I have not
cool.
seen anybody get those yet. So,
No, me neither. Yeah.
of course,
And
like as I
Stanley, which
said,
which ones came? Which ones came? Like, is it Fred and Barney as a set coming, or did they do it like Fred and Betty? Like, you know,
there is Fred and Barney, like the Fruity Pebbles. Fred and Barney they're the
okay.
Fruity Pebbles
So it's
mascots.
just those two that they did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
thought maybe it was
because
like what they did with Scooby Doo, where they broke up like an entire show set group, right? Like multiple characters, and then they don't make sense when the wave does. Shaggy isn't coming with Scooby, right?
no, they're the cereal mascots ones, like the Tony the Tiger and
Yeah, yeah,
the Count Chocula. Yeah,
cool.
speaking of those damn Scooby Doo figures, like we're not really going to talk about anything SDCC because I haven't even really been keeping up with all the stuff that's been leaking out, but I know I guess it was Travis Moody had posted because he's posting all of the panels and stuff, and he posted that the Jada panel is like right after the Hasbro panel, and it's I guess you're going to have to rush to be able to get out of one and into the other. And the first thing I thought, I know like what horrible problems to have, but the first thing I thought was a Jada panel. Where's my Scooby Doo? They showed Scooby Doo last year at SDCC.
Sorry, once.
Oh, you good? So, and I know,
Yeah,
so
no.
I know this guy will have something. Will know more about that than I do. They have to talk about the Scooby Doo wave too. Fuck, I just want them to tell me when I can put Scooby in the ramen van. Just give me that. I should be tired of playing with Scooby by now.
Well, who is it? Savage Crucibles, Great Dane. That's my Scooby Doo. Thanks. I'll be ordering one of those or 12. Haven't decided yet. Right, but
It'll probably be next year before we see that, though.
exactly. But my Scooby Doo is spoken for. Even if the real Scooby Doo shows up, he's getting fired once that shows up.
Well, based on the ramen van that you have, I can understand that.
Yeah, exactly. My misery machine.
Yeah, you have the misery machine. So,
yeah.
Let's see. Tristan saying, I'd love to get over to Joe Fest one year. Organizing travel logistics will certainly be a saga. Talk to Adam and find out who they used for all of their booking and stuff. I don't know if they used a travel agent. Next year would be the time to try to go.
I'm going to hijack this exact moment to do something I was going to mention later. Right. I have also been putting earworms in Canadians that I meet that mention that they'd love to go to Joe Fest because I have every intention of coming back for 2027 for two key reasons. One, it's the 10th anniversary, same reasons I go the last two times I've went to see my friends and hang out and have a good time. But the 2027 is also when I think our Aussie friends, I think they were talking about if they do it, they're going to do it every other year. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to sync with that a little bit. And I would recommend if you're international travel to Joe Fest, start getting to know each other in the chats. There's nothing wrong with meeting at the airport and at least sharing an Uber to the hotel. Like odds are you're coming from similar flights, things like that. So.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's why I was saying, check with Adam and Aaron on how they got over there because they're, I understand, going to try to get back next year. Tristan saying he already scored an SDCC exclusive at a random EB Games. Which one did you find? What did you get?
So EB Games used to have access to Serpentor and Mindbender and guys like that. They got the random ones, and I think when Cobra Once a Man Cobra Commander came out and it was SDCC exclusive, EB Games still had access to it, right? And I think it had to do with the Canadian side of things or the international side of things because we don't get the access the US does to certain venues, right?
Yeah. And that's where he's at. So he's over there with those guys. So
Yeah.
uh, interesting. And Adam saying, Ronnie and I use my travel agent. Very easy and stress-free process. Ronnie booked our Marriott rooms a couple days ago. That's not a bad idea. I'm waiting on the room blocks to open up with the convention rate, but
Yep.
I know Stanley, I think, Stanley that was going to do that. He was just going to go ahead and do that and guarantee that he's got a room, and then book the travel rate, con rate, and then cancel that one.
Because you're just giving them your credit card information and holding the room, right?
Yeah.
So I'm also going to book my room right away, but I'm probably paying for everything right away as soon as I do it. Like I'm going to do flights and that as soon as I can to get those things done with, right? But good to hear Adam and them talking about, already making those arrangements, because I'm the same way. Because when you're coming internationally, there's a lot more steps to it, right? And the sooner you get at it, the better. So if you're on the fence, and you're in the States, that's fine. You can be on the fence right till the last day, and it's not going to cost you much, right? But international flights will.
Yeah. I think Marriott's like you got 24 hours, I think, on the cancellation.
Yeah, because I was panicked. When my first flights weren't working and canceled, I was looking at my Marriott going, I'm past their 24 hours. I'm supposed to be checking in 2,
Yeah, right. Rex Ship saying he's booked Holiday Express for Thursday and Marriott for the rest of the weekend. I would like to try and go on Thursday. It's just, it's hard to, maybe it won't be as hard next year to get that time off, depending, but I know Pop Blender talks about, he works on Thursdays, and Thursday, he comes here from work and showers and goes to sleep in the extra bedroom, and we get up and go. But Thursday for him is he usually makes a pretty good chunk of change on Thursdays. So he hates to miss that.
Yeah. And that's understandable. I tell you, this time I'm coming for a Thursday. I'm not walking in on a Friday when the event has already happened and ended before I'm getting to my hotel. So the only way I'm going to be sure of that is if I show up on a Thursday. So I'll be paying for the extra night in the room. Yeah.
Rex Ship saying it's blocked out at the Marriott for some reason, probably for vendors, because that's when a lot of vendors show up and they want to probably give them priority to make sure they can all get booked. I bet they will open up. They'll probably have a period of registration, which I think is going on now for vendors, and then open it up.
So you're gonna laugh because I always joke with these figures. Like in my army time, you guys know I used this vehicle, or I've fired this gun. Well, here we go. Right in my army time, I ran a hotel for 2 years, and I can tell you that if something's booked out right now, I'd be asking, what quarter were you looking at? And if it's like the fourth quarter of the next year, I'm going to tell you that that's a very fluid piece of work, and it being blocked out doesn't mean a damn thing, except that I'm just looking at other things going on the calendar right now. I'm just moving parts. It could mean that I'm putting people on the 4th to the 8th floor, or it means, no, I really want to put them on the 1st and 2nd. I'm still working those details, right?
Yep. Yeah, you've talked about that when you were doing that before.
Yeah, it sucks. It's the most boring job I ever had.
Yeah. So I answered Bobby in the chat, but Bobby had said, you guys ever talk about going in on renting a house or an Airbnb? Some guys do that. Woody did that. And, several people stayed there and went in and hung out there, but staying at the hotel is most of the experience for me. Being there till 2 a.m. and not having to worry about driving home or driving
and having the freedom to go take things back to your room and not really interrupt your day flow, telling guys I'll be back in 5 minutes, not as soon as they can get through traffic. Like Woody and them, I went to their pad. They had a really nice Airbnb in a really weird spot where it shouldn't have been nice at all, but it really was. And I'll leave it at that. They had like it would have been in a movie or a music video for sure. But
Well,
it was still 2 blocks, 3 blocks away, which felt like an eternity when you're leaving or coming to, right?
Well, they did have a good reason for wanting to stay outside the hotel grounds, though. So Woody, I'm sure could have booked at any room in that hotel that he wanted, but can't smoke in that hotel in the rooms. So there are no smoking signs in the rooms. So that was Woody said from the very get go that wasn't going to work for him. So
Yeah.
no porch and deck or whatever. Wraith Mace popping in here saying, "Evening, fuckers. We are the Hammer."
Hey, good to hear you, brother.
Good to see you. Rex Ship saying Crow secretly running Hanoi Hilton.
Hanoi Hilton, pretty much. It was the job of the barrack warden to also run the hotel on base that people could come and stay at, right? So you had to do hotel things, and you're like, this is not what I joined to do at all. G.I. Joe, who's G.I. Joe's hotel manager? Which figure is that? Tell me that.
Who was the finance clerk? Was it Alpine?
Yeah.
That was a finance clerk.
Yeah.
That's
Show me the
funny.
sad barrack warden. Yeah, the Sergeant Slaughter barrack warden variant where he's just depressed and fat.
Did you watch Deadwood?
No, I don't think I watched that one.
Okay, I'm in the process of rewatching Deadwood
Mm.
because I could not remember the third and final season of it. I'm like, I've been wanting to rewatch it for years, but you talking about the hotel there, it won't translate because you didn't watch the show. But the guy in that show that ran the hotel I'm just trying to picture you as him because he's absolutely hilarious, but just the guy's mannerisms. So I'll leave it at that. But it went through my head.
I would just try to. I guess the only comedy that would come out of that is you're looking at like a combat arms sergeant that has to deal with civilian cleaners from all different parts of the world, right? And it's the most infuriating thing to watch me try and be polite, knife handing a cleaner that doesn't understand a single word I'm saying, right? Those were the comedies, right? So
funny.
Right on. That's good to read.
Yeah,
Mr. Shark Eyes.
I might be trying to bring Crow Jr.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Flew in on a Wednesday and the flight and hotel was rough. Had 5 hotel rooms in our first 12 hours in town. We were lucky we were on Friday. The only person that might have had a single worse experience getting there than you did was Clint and his family.
Yeah, and I felt for it because he was bringing along his kindly wife and child, and I've loved meeting them, and I just pictured them all going through that ringer, and it just makes me sad to hear 12 rooms, or what was it, 5 rooms in 12 hours, or 12 rooms in 5 hours?
It's the same difference at that point. So that's Cypher 63 saying U.S. vets can get a room at Fort Gordon. How far is that? You have told me, Cypher, but I don't remember how far it is.
Yeah, and that's something people need to look at if you're a veteran in your country and you're going to be in a town with a base. You do have access to stay in their guest accommodations, but I've been in ones that are like a really nice hotel, like the ones we stay at the Marriott. And then I've been at ones that are just like, is this still a prison cell or not? It's hit or miss. You just don't know which base is using what as a room for people. So
yeah, that's probably true. I'm remembering the Malone house when I went up to visit my brother in Washington. I'm just trying to picture Crow sitting back there going, room 12 that way, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, such an interesting topic, I am sure.
I like this though, Rex Ship saying she Miss Shark Eyes, she could get a spot to do Joe haircuts and just the number 0 special. So now I'm trying to picture a room set up with her doing hair and then like 10 feet away Loki's doing tattoos in the same room.
And Do you honestly think that Sergeant Slaughter isn't going to try to make his buck out of this? Like, why not get all those things done while in in a Cobra clutch or whatever his chokehold is there, right? Get the photo. It's a $200 package. You walk out of there with a tattoo, fucking a chokehold, and yeah, and a zero hair.
It's depending on how much you get. It's close to that now.
Yeah. So there's a reason we do knife hands in the army. Evil Duke, he knows it. Do you know why, Darren?
I do not. I've seen it, but I don't
Because
know what it symbolizes.
because it's me pointing at all the people accountable for what I'm upset about. If I just point my single finger at you, I got 3 pointed back at me, right? That's not going to work for my intent. It's a knife hand.
Now I'm going to have to be conscious not to do that at work ever.
But hospitals, I don't know. Their knife hands could mean a different thing. Like, masseuse,
yeah,
I told you to
that's
get it.
That's right. Oh, now you've lost your liver.
Yeah.
15 miles from Marriott. So, all right. Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Sean Jones in the house. What's up, man? All right, so let's get into talking about some stuff that we've picked up lately. We've prattled on enough. So, what most favorite things have you picked up recently that you want to talk about for a couple minutes?
Well, I'm going to show you the most immediate things that I picked up. I talked about the GI Joe stuff and everything like that, but I picked up the Punisher today, and I also picked up my X-Men. I forgot this was technically a crossover by Mutant Massacre, so I got this one today to cross it off my list. Then I got the new Joes, but yeah, this came. I know,
Nice.
Darren, you've got yours on the way.
Yeah, mine left the building yesterday or Monday. I think yesterday. So probably Saturday it'll show up.
Yeah. And this is the only other thing I'm going to talk about until it's time for you to go. But this Ostrix thing is making me laugh because it is so good that it's better than people think because they can't seem to figure it out. I've watched a punk with toys struggle with some of this, and mind you, it doesn't come with instructions, so you might struggle with it if you're not good with puzzles. But if you're good with puzzles, you get this really quick and you figure it out. And then I watched David T. Allen couldn't figure out how this works. So when I see other collectors, and I mean intelligent, experienced collectors, fumbling to make a toy work that I've watched and I understand how it works, it doesn't make me feel smarter. It makes the toy seem that much better because it's like, oh, this is tricking people I know. Right? So I really enjoy the Ostrix and watching people trying to figure it out. But yes, this is a very enjoyable Acid Rain Fex Hobby Ostrix. And the more different figures I put on it, the more fun I'm having. Anyways, what'd you get this week?
Do the Joe figures fit on there pretty well? As far as like articulating them to fit in there, the Acid Rains are slightly smaller, aren't they? Or are they about the same?
The Acid Rains vary in size. Like this is an Acid Rain figure right here. This is the one that I usually put on it. He's a worthy one. That's why you can hold the hammer. And there's Airtight. And I haven't actually put Joe's on. Well, I think I put one on there. I have had no problem. It's with the way that it works is that people have to have the legs bent. It's counterintuitive. You're riding like this, basically, right? And people think, oh, I've got to ride it like this or other ways. And then there's a piece that you have to replace. You take now watch me fumble to take it off. It clips on. This piece clips on and off, and you take this off and you put the bracket with the gun on, and you just take this little HUD off, and the gun just brackets into this whole thing, covers the seat up completely. And people are trying to figure that out, how to take it apart and everything, because unfortunately they don't do an adequate job putting instructions with the thing. So
yeah.
Anyways,
did they collaborate with Ramen to build that?
Honestly, I almost feel like they collaborated with the people who make realistic humanoid robots that you see on the videos, like kick a mule over or whatever, jump over barrels. Like this thing's legs are all pistons all throughout here, and it's it's as modular as a human leg, like would be, right? Or an animal leg. There's just a lot of things you can do with this.
I'm kind of
Even
regretting
cramp
not
the
getting
ankles.
one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I bought it, because I was like, I'm gonna leave here, and if I see that I liked it afterwards, I'm gonna regret that I didn't buy it at Joe Fest. And I'm really happy I picked this thing up. This is becoming one of my favorite little trinkets to play. It's like a fidget toy, man.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, that's
the
what
best
you
way to
want.
describe it.
That's what it's supposed to do, and not completely frustrate you. That's and then yeah, Wreckship saying they do have a video showing how the toy works. Again, did they
Yeah.
collaborate with Ace on that? I'll ask. 'Cause, man, this Musk, much as I like it, 6 hour or
Yeah.
something assembly on this thing. So
Yeah.
uh,
That would drive me nuts. But
and
worth it.
Dookie saying, "Crow, don't forget we inflect, not yell."
Yeah, that's right. We don't yell, we don't scream, because that's going to use your throat. We inflect our voice through our diaphragms, and we project. Yeah.
Now I'm just picturing Adam going, "That's not a kunai fan. That's a knife." Let's see. So, what have I done? So, would you say the Acid Rain Ostrix is your favorite thing that you've gotten recently?
uh Between that and the figure itself, the Proteus figure, and then the Red Shadows Jungle Wolf Trooper, that's a three-way tie, and none of them are Joe's for my favorite figure this right now.
Right.
Sundown comes in fourth to those three figures.
Yeah. I was see. I just knew you were going to talk about that Jungle Trooper here.
Well, yeah, no, I just meant like he slides in behind them, but he's an off brand. It's not relevant to our Joe. It's Joe adjacent, right? But they're still better than any Joes I've gotten in this wave. Sundowner being strong, man. He's strong, but
I'm gonna stick with what I said, that like if Hasbro decides they want to pawn the rights or the license to make 6-inch figures to somebody else, I will be praying that it's Skeletron that picks it up, because they're so much better than classified figures.
I mean, it's the same formula. The only thing that I found that they had that the Joes don't is that extra piece of wrist articulation midway through the wrist. They've got a rotator in there that most of our Joes don't, right? So I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not hard to make a really good articulated figure in this day, but to balance it with appealing characters, good paints, textures, and kit that really works well. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Skeletron kind of dropped the mic and walked out of the room.
They really did, and I hate that I waited so long to go ahead and pick up one of the 6-inch figures. Not that they've really been out; they've only been out for what, like a year on the 6-inch figures.
Sure.
I really wish I'd have got one or two in Toylanta when I was down there and looked at the Jungle Trooper and the Gyro guy, and like I'm really looking forward to the Skeletron 6-inch one that is going to be coming out. That thing looks pretty badass. I'm
Did you see my Jungle Trooper? Who my Jungle Trooper is? Give me the screen one more time. He's filling a theme today. This was my favorite part. Like, this is permanent on my shelf now. So I love this Massa. I'll get rid of the bandana later around his neck. I just wanted to see if it fit, but that's my Jungle Trooper.
Oh, the Punisher. Yeah.
The Frank Castle. I had and it locks in like it was meant for the figure. I was like, oh my God, I was destined to buy this.
Yeah, that's a great call, putting that head on it. Was that the Warzone?
Yeah, it was like or Marvel Knights, one of the ones. It was one where, yeah, he had two of them. And it was a decent looking buck, but it was all pinned elbows and knees, and it was kind of wonky, right?
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's it's like that blade that I got when I had that I just had to have a blade, and I didn't want to spend the money on the one with the bite, and I got that very first one that like he just does this. You pick the figure up, and it's like a damn marionette.
Yeah.
It's like,
Come on, Woody, we're gonna go play.
yeah. Matthew saying the Jungle Wolf is great since he came out last year. He can't be on my list for this year. That's just true.
And that's the truth of it too. We keep talking about companies and reuse. And Bees was talking about it on his thing today for his review of oh God, what was it? One of the new figs. But it's again, this is all reuse. This Jungle Wolf Trooper, it was red, it was silver, like before that or after that, and it still looks great every time you repaint it. Like
it's not as
every
obvious as
Yeah.
it is with Classified or even Monster Force. But Matthew, Jungle Wolf can't be on your list for this year. But you know who can be? This bad
Yeah.
son of a bitch right here can be.
Yeah.
This is I've said it a couple times since I got back and opened this up. This may be my favorite 6-inch figure that I own right now. This Red Shadows Assault guy. He is and this is my first and only Skeletron figure so far. Won't by far definitely won't be my last, but I love this dude.
So
And for
you have him in
$7 more than Classified, and the way it's made and what you get. So
Yeah.
what Crow, what was you saying?
I was just gonna say you have them full screen. Open up the backpack and show people what we're talking about this backpack, right? Why that's a mic drop as far as I see it, because it's not. You say it's about $7 more a fig. I would have said maybe $5 more a fig, but yeah. And
This guy was
this is the
35.
level. Yeah, 35 US. So for me, it was $50 Canadian, right? It's worth it just to see the kit is not cheap, right?
So you got 2 extra rockets because he does come with a rocket launcher with blast effects. Down here in this space is the underslung grenade launcher. You can pull it off and put it in the backpack and attach the bayonet if you want. And then down here you have 2 extra magazines, and you got these little bullets down here, just all the detail, the paint work. Of course, the rockets come out so you can have him reloading or whatever. So this dude was $35 at Joe Fest. I don't know what it'll be when he goes up on the website, probably 40. 40 is good for this figure. If you weren't there and you didn't get him and you're interested whenever they put him up on Skeletron, I definitely recommend picking up this figure. And it goes, it's Red Shadows. It goes right in with Joe. This is Joe, just in another part of the world.
So I'm the silver lining kind of guy. And like I said, I didn't even have room for a Red Shadow figure to go into my luggage to come back from with Joe Fest with. I got this guy at the yard sale last week, of all places. I found a Red Skeletons. Like he had just ordered it in and had an extra, put it on a yard sale. So I bought it. And I'm going to talk about him a little bit later. But next year, guess who's making sure I've got room in my box for a couple of Red Skeletons, because we saw the new ones that they're going to come out with for next year, right? They've got a new female one that looks like somebody had said it. This would be a really cool chameleon figure for your Joe collection. I was like, yeah, she actually did work. The colors are all right.
Yeah, the head sculpt looks. It's very chameleon-esque. So Rexship was saying he was 40. I was thinking he was 35, but maybe he was 40.
I think he was 40 because he had more kit. If I remember right, maybe. He was a little heavier loaded. Yeah.
And then Punk is here saying he's 40, and I thought he was 40 at Joe Fest. So maybe I'm right. Either way, he's worth 40 because of all the shit he comes with.
Oh,
he's nice. Yeah. And so see, there's Matthew. He was 30, wasn't he 35 at Joe Fest, and he'll be 40 on Skeletron. That's what I thought, because I know some of their other figures are 40 and were 40 at the show. So either way, 35, 40, he's worth either price. It's a damn good figure. We got to White Mike had his open, and me and Punk were sitting together, and Punk was kind of posing it. And that's the first time I'd seen one posed in person, and I was like, "Oh my god, that thing is so buttery smooth! Like I can't believe it." And then I
Yeah, I
messed
think he
with it.
showed it to you and I the next day too, because I remember playing with it while sitting on the couches, and the backpack was the first thing. I was
Yeah,
like, "You're
yeah,
kidding me!"
yeah. Right, you were sitting there too. That's right, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
several of us sitting there. That's right. Woody was down the way, so yeah, man, that was so. I was like, I'm definitely glad that I bought that thing.
And
Um,
even this backpack on this guy, like it's not like it has the same level. It's a really cool jump pack, but they put a place to mount the claws. Like these are intentionally there so that you can bracket the claws in, right? And I was like, it, I was going, every set of classified claws I have are in a baggie. That's the mounting they use. Goes on the wrist or it goes in the bag. This finally gave me a place to put them, and it looks really cool.
and it all fits, like it all fits together. It all stays together. Like
Yeah.
nothing's loose. Mags don't fall out. It's
No.
great.
It does
Um,
use the shitty leg holster clip system though, but I mean this one's so tight. It's fine. It's a sci-fi enough looking pistol, but it's the only thing I don't like is, and GI Joe does it all the time when they use a post and you say clip the trigger back in there, and I just cringe every time I see that. That's for so many
right.
reasons, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, I've got several that are that way with the backpacks. I mean, like I
Mhm.
mean, Spirit, Outback, like low lights, SMG, there's tons
Yeah,
of
they
them.
all do it now. Yeah, because it
If you want to
works,
store
right?
it, yep. If you want to store it, just because it works, don't try and do
Yeah.
better. Blitz saying, "Ooh, yeah, it's good, man." So as far as like recent stuff, so I mean he's recent, but that is probably my most favorite thing. So I did get this guy the other day, and I put a video out on it, and I did get the feedback that I wanted on this guy, and this is
Ooh, yeah.
the Mythic Legions. This is the Gold Skeleton 2. Um, not real. I wasn't real thrilled with this figure. I They've changed something, I feel like, in their plastics on the figures, and it's not for the better, for my opinion anyway. So the guy looks great, but I broke 2 hands
Oh
with this.
no. Well, it's Mythic Legions. I'm not surprised, but oh no.
Uh, I just threw them away. I just threw them in the trash. Like I was so mad by the time that I got done with this guy, and it reflects in my pictures that I did, and I'm gonna show a couple of them because I thought they were funny. The
Mhm.
thing that really pissed me off the most was the feet with this guy. So in case you didn't watch the review, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but he has skeleton feet that you can change out, and the feet for the skeleton feet have the ankle attached. Like you pull this out and you pop the skeleton foot on. However, the peg that is attached to it will not fit in here. It's too small, so the foot falls out.
Oh.
It come with 2 additional pieces that are little tiny pieces, and they do fit in here, and they're clearly for an accessory to pop onto, but they don't have the side to side ankle articulation. And I'm thinking these will work for ankle joints if you can get it out of the foot. I didn't like you're gonna have to soak it in hot water to pop it out. And I was like, surely this is not meant to come out to do this because you lose articulation. The skeleton foot has the side to side. So if you swap out that ankle piece, you can make it all fit together, but you lose posability and articulation. And I'm like, why not just put that piece in the foot and ship it that way? Because again, you don't get instructions with Mythic Legions, which I've
Mm.
said forever they need. So I was so frustrated because I wanted to put the skeleton feet and the skeleton hands on this guy. I broke 2 hands even after heating the second one up. And it really wasn't at the point where it felt like it was going to break because, Mythic Legions, and
Yeah.
it snapped. And then the second one I did heat and it snapped. And then there's the foot thing. And this guy looks great. And I'm glad that he stands pretty decently because if I swap those feet out, I will probably never touch him again until I dust.
Well, dude, I feel like I've not really enjoyed my Mythic Legions experience. I bought that, what's her name, Kira Wraith Haler or Wraith, whatever,
Yeah.
the necromancer chick, and
Mhm.
she fell apart at the waist, and they put so much extra deco on there. It's like building a Jenga puzzle just to knock it down every time. Like you're stacking so much and then trying to put that figure back together. Like they're beautiful figures, them and Cosmic Legions, but they are not play figures. They are posers on the shelf, right? And
Yeah. I
Savage
mean,
Crucible seems to be everything they're not, right? So
that it's what you just said. Like, I don't have I still have not opened the two Savage figures that I got at Joe Fest. I've only got the one open that I've messed around with, but I love the Mythic Legions. I love the detail. I love the sculpt work, especially like it's unmatched. But because they've been so lagging on wanting to add articulation and so many issues with like the feet and the hands on a lot of them,
yeah.
and now it feels like they've changed plastics. Savage is going to gain, I feel like, a lot of customers from them.
So I feel like Mythic Legions is actually just fulfilling its destiny. I've always said these look like the kind of figures that a group of Dungeons and Dragons players or Pathfinder, if that's the new version, these people would love these figures to represent their characters for their campaigns and things like that. Like, oh, look at the hammer. It's just like I said, and swap kit and do all that stuff. And then they pose them up on the shelf when their game is done and they come back next week and they do it all over again. And now they've gone into their own world of role-playing games and things like that. And I'm like, that's where you belong, because you're just posing the figure on the table and moving it across, right? Savage
Yeah.
Crucible, either one of them is great for photography, but Savage Crucible, every time I handled one, I was like, I have no concerns about this figure at all coming apart in my hand. Not one.
No, none. And some of the wrists are tight on the Savage Crucibles, but they're like I never felt like I was gonna break it, and I did heat it up. And same, like I was at the point with that skeleton guy where I was like, all right, if I don't get it, I gotta heat this up. And that was about the time it broke. And like I said, the second one I actually did heat the second one when I changed it out, and it still broke. The Savage, I don't feel like that's gonna happen. I still really dig
Well,
the Mythic Legions. There's ones out there that I know I'm gonna get, that I want, a couple of the ones that are coming, but I've slowed way down on my interest, I guess, put it that way.
and I find that interesting. I'm sorry, I'm going back to my living room so I can sit back down. But we're actually going through the like end of toy tourism. You know what I mean? Like we all collected classified, and then a bunch of people collected like 20 other different lines. And Savage
Mhm.
Crucible was one. Mythic Legions was a big one that people were buying quite a few figures of. And now I hear a lot of those same people going, yeah, but I'm not buying any more of them. And I don't know how they look on my shelf the more I buy this stuff and this stuff and this stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And I just find there's like last year, there was a few companies that were competing hard for the money. This year, there's a few more replacing the ones that were big last year. Like I remember when people were kind of a little hot under the collar about Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, right? Like that was going to be a big thing. And now nobody talks about that. It was there, but I mean, nobody talks about it because we've got Red Shadows or something else, right?
And they're still great figures, but they've been so long being able to get their next ones out. I think I don't think people have I don't want to say I don't think that they've moved on, but other things have filled that interest void for now. And
Yep.
when they
Attention
drop,
spans are limited.
they'll probably be the people will go back and be like, oh, there they are. They're finally, they're out now. But I
Mhm.
think because it's taken them a while, other stuff is kind of swept in and filled that void. I do want to say what's up to Stew for Lunch is in the house, and Tony's Figs is in the house. What's going on? Carlos Salinas has joined us, saying Skeletron is my favorite independent toy company.
Sure.
And Matthew
So
saying Savage Rules.
I think so. Just to tie the bow on the point that I was making about how these companies, short attention spans on the consumers for the next hot toy, lest you be forgotten the next year, right? It gets even more relevant when Hasbro jacks their price up, like with toys in general, start costing more and more, and
Yeah.
we start tightening up our wallets. We start coming up with the more excuses of that's not worth my money now. That's not worth my money now. You know.
Yeah, that's it. Like they're going up, and other companies really haven't. Like they might already be just a little pricier out of the gate, but they're not really
Mhm.
raising those prices very much, at least not in the rate that Hasbro has. So stuff might have gone up. Say, the Fresh Monkey Fiction stuff went from 37.99 to 39.99, and that's
Yep.
in a year and a half or 2 years. Hasbro's gone up that much twice in 2 years.
So the difference being is how you stay relevant while you're doing it, right? Hasbro's not going to have a hard time staying relevant because they have a wealth of GI Joes to produce. They just they meat grind a bunch out from Call It a Wave, and the masses go clamoring, and that's the buzz, right? But a company that's really struggling to make a wave line, maybe financially, I'll say AWOC as an example, but let's say maybe Fury Force doesn't take off well for Big Bad Toy Workshop, whatever, right? If you can't stay relevant a whole year between your product, you risk falling behind in the consumer's eye, right? And we've become really skeptical. We've like cheered when projects haven't gotten off the ground because we were like, look, we all said it would fail and it failed, right? Things like that happen in the community too. So
Yep. Stanley's got a good point. So how many of these companies are sharing the same production assembly factory and having to wait for their turn to produce figures? And we've heard that being an issue. Some
yeah,
companies get priority over others, and that pushes it back. So there's only
it
so
is not
many
all.
factories.
Yeah, it's not all coming out of the same China company, but some of them are, right? Same as the Vietnam and Santa's Workshop, right? Production.
Um, let's get into some showing a few pictures here, and I am
Sure.
going to just a second. I'm going to go take me a quick break and give you
And
the
when you do
floor.
that, I'll pop open Frank. That's
Yeah,
what I'll
do it while I'm not looking.
You'll be the replay squad on your own show. What are you going to say about that?
I'll have to be. Um,
Yeah, show
so
some pictures. I got to get my later.
all right, I do want to show before we really get into pictures, and I'm just going to show a few that we've done and talk about stuff we've done here on the channel. As if my mind was read earlier in the day, Lenny posted this about 2 hours ago, 2.5 maybe, on Instagram. So I captured it because as I was watching Adam's review on Synapse or Synapse, if you're from the South, I said, did he by any chance describe how in the world this guy is able to bring people back from the dead in a comment on the video? And then tonight, Lenny posted this, and it is talking about how he is able to do what he does. I'm not gonna read it to you. It's out there. I'll send it to you if you want, but it's on Instagram,
Yeah.
Weather Dominator. There's Lenny. So he basically just goes on to say that he wanted something with a cyberpunk feel, and he liked the idea of this guy being a technical, and he liked the idea of necromancer, and he was trying to figure out how to bring all of those together and tie it into this guy's backstory with the Iron Grenadiers. And basically his little hand and his thing that he shoots out implants a chip that allows him to control it and kind of bring it back like a zombie, a techno zombie, and control it via the backpack. So this is on Lenny's Instagram. I know Full Force shared it. So if you guys want to read it, it's a pretty good idea of where Lenny was going with the lore for this guy. So I was glad to see that come out, but I think it's funny because I literally today in Adam's review, I was like, did he by any chance say how he can bring the dead back to life? So I thought that was funny. Did you message him again, Adam? Yeah, see, they're in cahoots. They're in cahoots. They have been pushing out a decent amount of product. It's time finally. Yep. It's about time. So and yeah, I think Matthew says Adam's review actually made me kind of want to get him. I might need a Cyberpunk figure, and I bet Adam's review changes some minds on that guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of intrigued by the idea of the character. I just didn't expect him where he was falling in. And then when they described him a little bit, now he wasn't with Cobra, but he was with Cobra. I was trying to picture, like, to me, he should be the guy that's making all these new Vipers that come with the techno cyber heads and things like that. Like, they look like reanimated soldiers already. I thought he'd fall in with that, but apparently it's not tied to that. But I'm definitely gonna enjoy that figure, and I have Adam's review queued up in my queue to watch.
It's
like I said, he's jealous.
Does a really good job on that and on Armada both, and I'm sure he's probably got more coming, but he did a really good job.
I thought the zombie thing, I thought you were gonna say the hand delivers like nanite tech or something like that. So I mean, you got to remember, like Joe and Marvel Universe share the same universe for quite a while over the years, and same writers. So yeah, I picture the most comic booky things coming out of Joe in the days to come. Yeah. When they say they need to make a new character, I'm like, what's comic booky and popular that they need to translate? You know, like this Joe has web shooters. Okay, what? You know.
Say what's up to John Toole is here teleporting in from the Crow channel. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us. And New Jersey Eddie is got a point for Tony here about wanting to get a custom figure made from Tony's Figs. So you guys can hit each other up. I'm sure Tony be glad to do it for you. He is a hell of a customizer.
So if Tony says that he is too busy, because he does this side gig where he saves people's lives at random, he wears some sort of costume that they say it's a uniform, but it looks like a costume, and he drives in a hero van with sirens. But do check out Lonzo Wilkinson. He does commissions like that as well. He'll do your personal custom figure and give you a price and things like that if Tony declines.
Yeah, one of those two guys would be the ones to do it. And if either one of them have to manufacture ahead, I would say check out JMK Custom Works. But yeah, maybe Tony can get that done for you. The fact that he can bring the dead to life has to mean a zombie viper is on the way. I agree.
I gotta finish this point, and then we're going to talk about that place that doesn't get talked about on the webs.
Yes, but no, Carlos. Like probably, but I do not like the whole revanche angle at all.
Oh, the next generation of bats.
Yeah, I don't
like Skynet bat.
Yeah, like our third of IDW. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Phalanx from X-Men, like the techno-organic people. But so the island to the west of Canada, it's filled with snakes, so much that it calls themselves after those snakes. Did a video today on
filled with douchebags.
Yeah. went on a reckless tirade of what's coming down the line, committing, and saying it was a reckless tirade. So clearly he wanted to distance himself from his, insights while still giving those insights, right? I didn't say it was coming, or if it came, didn't say, see, I said it was coming, right? It was one of those videos. But he's finally starting to talk about the headman and the headhunters like it's like some news flash to everybody, like some big reveal. And I just want to be on record. How long have I been talking about the DEF and headhunters? Like I've probably 3 years now, right?
Yeah, at least
And,
two.
Yeah. So if Viper Airlines starts saying, "Oh, they reveal everything first and everything like that," it's just a sign like they are trying to talk to the people that don't even look into the line. Anybody who looked into that whole line over time was well aware those guys are going to come, and this is going to be fucking awesome,
Yeah.
right?
Anybody that keeps up with it, like you can fight. You might not know, you might not have that information, but you got some pretty good intuition. If you actually collect it and follow it, like this dick face don't.
Well, and what gets me is how do you have that conversation without mentioning the DEF as well, right? And he doesn't bring any of that up, but it alludes to Sundowner will need support. And I'm like, what do you think that support should look like, guys? What do you think, right? Like a cutter, a new Shockwave, a new Mutton Junkyard, Claymore would be the first time getting that figure, right? Like,
perhaps a whole task force.
Yeah.
A whole
Don't be fooled by
team.
Yeah, don't be fooled by fake crystal balls, man. Just open up your Google and see what was in the line.
And Bobby's asking Crow if you entered NorCal Voodoo's contest that he was doing.
No, I'm staying out of some contests for a little while so I can focus on some other things I'm gonna be working on. And I'm gonna talk about some of that tonight. I've got something coming up. Something's coming up.
So this wrapping up this little bit about Synapse is what Adam says. Biggest takeaway from recent Hasbro stream is a distinct lack of lore mentioned, which of course Lenny would touch on during his time on those streams. So the stuff that in that post that I showed that Lenny made, that's the stuff we need that up front. If they had have talked about that, even with charisma, that charismaless duo that was in that stream, even if they had have said this, if they'd have told us this, even if they didn't go into the depth of the inspiration and like what Lenny wanted when he come up with it, just go over the lore, I think it would have changed. It would have softened the blow of the weirdness of that character for a lot of people if they'd have just said that shit off the bat. And it's that way for a lot of them.
So the amount of limitations and constraints somebody might have during one of those live streams would probably choke us, right? Honestly, it would, because there's so much you organically want to talk about. And these guys aren't idiots. They work with the product. They understand security and, keeping things hush hush. But there's sometimes, I'm sure even they are at the last minute going, and organically we'll be talking about this, and they'll shut that down. They'll be like, you can't even mention that. And then they got to go in front of the camera in 3, 2, 1. I would never know how to solve a live stream, but I think where they were on the right track was when they had what was it, Liquid Identity? Was that their co-host the one time? A YouTuber was the co-host with BMAC. And I think at that point, you give control to the YouTuber to ask the questions, because that guy's trying to answer a chat group. He knows exactly what they're asking, right?
Dan Larson.
Yeah, Dan Larson. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. But like let somebody lead the discussion that's following what a group of people are asking, and just say whether you can answer or not. Because I find like you're getting design teams to start doing PR. And it's making things bad for them. Like you're putting an extra pressure on a guy he probably doesn't need.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Got Cooter's Garage jumping in here. What's going on, Cooter? Good to see you, brother. And Stanley says Cutter with Western River Otters. Cutter would have Eastern River Otters. He is from Boston. He would not be seen with Western River Otters, I can guarantee you. And they would
Stanley, your point
is like this.
Yeah. A river otter will come to the line at some point, just when the line ends. It'll be the last pet of the line is Stanley's river otter.
I think he was asking you for verification, Liquid. All right.
It wasn't
See. All right. So I told y'all I was going to show our thumbnail that we come up with, or that I come up with, because this could have worked for another show. I didn't have time to theme it on what we were actually doing. So I'll show you this, and then I'm going to show you the actual picture. So this was our picture that we took in the lobby at Joe Fest.
That's what I recognized it as. I knew it was that photo, but I was like, why does it look like we're on our way to Kandahar Airfield?
Because I had it put us in I said put us in tactical military gear, and that was it. Other than, so I went back and I ran our logos through the same cell shaded prompts to get it looking like it fit. Now your shirt,
that's why.
All that I can think of was because here I'm wearing my Roman shirt, and my bag strap is covering half of it. You can make out that that's a dog, and that's about it. So then when it spit it out, I didn't even realize that it changed your shirt to what looks like a corgi wearing the 3D glasses.
I figured that's what it was, but I wasn't 100% positive what shirt I was wearing in that photo. But when you flashed it, it all makes sense because AI just takes things and applies it, right? So my Bill Murray shirt for sure. But I was laughing at that because I have a couple of photos of that of me and my buddies in Afghanistan in these exact poses wearing uniforms very similar to the AI one. I was like, did Darren go through some of my Facebook photos or something? Like, what the hell?
How did he get that? And this one actually come out pretty good. Other than I agree, it did lop off Crow's stubble there. So
yeah, that's fine. It's quasi beard at best.
Then the other thing that it did was, so I'm wearing, the Roman shirt. So my picture here of Pretzel was actually Roman. It actually took Roman's face, and this was Roman. And I was like, that's pretty cool that it did that. And I was like, I like it and I'm fine with it, but I don't want to be on here repping Punk's dog as much as I love Roman, and it's off of the shirt. So I ran it back through with a picture of Pretzel, and I swapped Pretzel out for Roman. So that was how we got to the thumbnail. So I thought it come out pretty decent. So run through a few pictures here of stuff that has come up on the channel here. These are just some that I did for the gold skeleton, and I just had to make sure when I did these pictures that I just left the foot off that broke. And so here he is holding both of the skeletons.
Yeah, you can see that little pin. Yeah.
So yeah, so you can just swap this out and it doesn't have the same amount of articulation. It makes no sense whatsoever. So I had to do a few of this guy just in anguish because he can't get his skeleton foot on there. And then here he finally just throws in the towel and jumps off of the fire escape.
Jesus.
And Punk saying, I just broke Roman's heart. He heard all of that. Oh, I still love Roman.
I still survived worse than a broken heart. Yeah.
I didn't want you to see the picture and be like, oh, now he's stealing my dog for his own thumbnail. So I had to swap it out. So here's the poor gold skeleton, and the skeleton with working feet is up on top laughing at him. then a couple videos that I did recently. So these are my most recent videos. I did my animals in control, where I took and I put a bunch of the Joe classified pets in the Rev van. You and I talked about this. I've had this idea for a while, and I just kind of I filmed it and did it as a video. And then I did a video where I needed to get all these guys back out and on the shelf. I'm like, nobody knows exactly how many animals were actually in there. So I'll do a video removing them to show how many was in there. And I absolutely loved doing this. This is the kind of stuff I like to do. But why is it?
Well, it's clear you had fun. Yeah.
The stuff you like to do the most doesn't ever get views. Like for me.
No, it won't. Yeah. Because it's not for anybody else but you, right? And that's fine to do as a channel. Every now and then you should do that stuff.
But it's just something I wanted to do and throw out there. So if you haven't seen those, they're up. They're like the video with the van, showing them is 3 minutes, and then I think the video where I pull them all out and talk about how many I got in there is like 9. So they're much quicker than what I usually do.
Yeah, and I don't want to glaze over something here. I wanted to draw eyes to this for a second. Which ramen van did you have? Was it a Mark 1 white van or the new Mark 2s?
Oh no, this was the rip-off van. This is the first one that I feel ripped off about because he improved.
So no removable roof and the original seats. And so these photos, these are all photos, the ones inside. Just bear in mind, like that van's still big enough you can fit a phone inside, but it's no easy thing to take pics inside of the van and to be able to tell what's all in there. So I've thrown clutter into a van and been like, I can't remember what was in there. You at least could clearly tell what was in your van. So good on you. So I know how hard it is to get the bear in there.
Yeah. So, and they're all posed in one way or another. It took a while to get them in there because they're all fit in there just so. I put them together in there like a puzzle, one at a time. I didn't just toss them in there. Mm-hmm. So I did most of them, the pictures and the actual video of it going down the street. I did that with my phone, but the second video I did with the 360 cam that I was using at Joe Fest is a lot easier to get in the van. So these are some just random ones of the video, and then here's all of them in there, and then all of them when I took them all out and got them laid out. So 15 total, but that does include a few birds. But I think my favorite was just this one with Order hanging out the window, and then Polly and Deinonychus. Like Deinonychus just looks like he's in fear for his life. Like Order just let go of the wheel and decided to hang out the window. And I did, like I said, I did cheat. Polly is on the dash with sticky tack, and I did had to take off Dono Nacho's tail to get him in that seat. But right. So those are fun. If that's just silly as anything you guys might want to see, that I did those.
And I poked fun at you. I told you General Ledger wasn't in the shots and things like that. I paid attention. I did my homework. I had my reference sheet.
And I forgot, like, I didn't even think about General Ledger. He's on the shelf. He's on Raptor's arm. And I'm sitting there going, who else can I put in here? And I didn't. Like, he's just a part of Raptor, and I didn't even think about it. So, and no, Apsara. I left Apsara out. I looked right over her. She's on the shelf.
Good point. I'm sorry. Hey, can you give me the full screen for a second? I want to rub something in Punk's face.
I'll let you rub it for just a minute. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. So
okay, well, I'll do it right before I open up Frank Castle, which Punk already has. But hey, Punk, no, we were talking about the Ostrix, and remember I talked about where the knee pads, right? This has to rotate up over the knees. The feet lock in, and he sits back. But you can adjust the legs. But I just meant to mention to you, like, the knee pad parts are, I think, an important part of it for some figures, but not all. But somebody had asked if you could pose a classified fig on there there you go. I'm posing a red skeleton. Here it is at like almost max height. Like I'll extend the legs even higher and stand them up, right? And it finds that center of balance, no problem. Now I'll just crouch them right down and bring those legs right down. And now I'll just work the ankles out. That should be good there. Yep, no problems. Now he's really low, right? And you can splay the legs out. And you can extend one and not the other for uneven ground. You know, have them kind of leaning out into a pose. As I knock over my maximum Thor. But yeah, you guys get the idea. I'm going to knock over a fig. So you guys want to see Marvel Legends Punisher really quick? I'm going to do a review on this. I'm not worried about taking a photo of it inside the box. It's if I do a review on it, great. If I don't, I got it on Toys on Fire here in Ottawa today, but a lot of other places are seeing them show up, and I don't think this is a new fig for most of us, but it's new enough. So it's the Punisher One Last Kill. We get the cool Frank face, which is a lot better than the situation he was in before. Guys, see what I did there? The situation. God, that was so
He just
natural.
grew a beard.
Yeah, he grew a beard and he lost that Jersey attitude, right? But no, his buck's a bit different. He's got ammo mag pouches where the teeth were, where they weren't here, things like that. So it is a different buck, different look, different style, different kit. But it's still a Netflix Punisher, and take for that what you will. But I like the back box art. That's good, useful back box art right there. So
Oh,
there you
yeah,
go.
I didn't even realize that was on the back.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to pose that around in the back while we carry on with our discussions, but you're back now, so we're good. But I wanted to show Punk that, like, if you can work this thing out, it is a lot of fun to play with, because he and I had talked about it offline. Because he got the Joe Fest one with the Viper colors.
That's the one I would have got. I kind of regret not getting that one. That's the one I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, I'm already gonna pick up a Skeletron. I'm like budget wise, like I'd rather have the Skeletron than the Acid Rain dude. I do kind of wish I'd have picked it up now. And he says that's a cool original 6 hat you have.
Well, thank you, sir. So people have to understand, in Ontario, our hockey culture is really big, but yeah, the original 6 is a big deal to some and not the others. And Pumpkin, I have an inside joke about me and my original 6 stuff.
Okay. Well, I had no idea what he was talking about, so that would explain it.
Yeah. It's his way of chirping me a little bit with a special twist.
That's all right. I'm going to mute you till you get that open. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, the crinkly. So yeah, I didn't know what the original 6 was. And yeah, so the Punisher, it is new. It's new to us too. There's only going to be a couple days gap before when you can get it in Canada and when we can get it. You already got that out?
Yes,
Right.
but not all the kit. That's going to be more crinkle.
Okay. Damn, you got that open quick. 19 JJ says, let's go Red Wings. Were they original 6? Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. I know they knock a black thing around and it's fun to watch, and I can't keep up with it. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it up there. Oh, it's got all the team logos. All right. This is starting to make a lot more sense now. So I haven't checked to see where my Punisher is, but since they shipped it as just a single figure, that means it probably is going to come DHL. So maybe it'll get here this weekend.
There. I just had to get a lot of kit out of that. That's actually a surprisingly substantive little piece of kit. But I left the 2 fists in there. But yours is coming DHL, was what I was hearing.
Probably. I haven't checked, but probably because it's just one figure. Usually they don't send FedEx anymore unless it's 2 or more or a deluxe.
Yeah.
But it is
I'm
coming
to change
from
my
Georgia.
light situation.
Yeah, put some light on the subject. I like I like the shotgun. Oh, God damn! Explain the original 6 to 3-star quickly. I'm guessing it was the
No,
first
this is,
16s in the NHL.
There you go, buddy. You just figured it out. The mystery is solved.
Yeah.
Yay! Backpack Endora, do it again.
I'm gonna give you full screen while you show us the difference in those, which I was gonna do in my review, but fuck it now.
No, well, still, we should still do them in our reviews. I'm not going to flaunt these very long. There, true short sleeve with a ballistic plated vest kind of deal on the new one. Old one was long sleeve, blazer jacket or whatever, painted over whatever. You guys know the difference there, but that definitely has the these extended 9mm clips for like an Uzi or something there. And then we're getting stowage for a pistol and a knife. All other utility is just really cool looking, doesn't really do much, but as far as I can tell. And then he's got operator pants, like nice slacks. That's what they would be, And then the boot, where before he had these like commando pants, right? So they're nice. It's cool. I like this figure a lot better. I love the head sculpt so far, but I haven't played with it yet. Could be a piece of shit yet. We don't know. Mystery will be solved.
Probably not a whole lot of difference in them, I would imagine. I mean, other than being manufactured at different times, I imagine most everything between them will be interchangeable.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind it, but I didn't like that original head for the one. I just really liked the Bach. But here's what people are gonna like, and I think that we'll just show these two, and we'll stop talking about them. Here, Frank, stand here. You stand here. I'll do this.
Your original enemies of Spider-Man on ice. The original 6 instead of the Sinister 6.
Here, how about these little smoke canisters that he's got with the paint apps, nice silver apps on there. It's got the little black dots, so I wonder if that's supposed to post into something. Both of them have these dots, so I'll have to look for post holes on here somewhere. Oh, they're right here. So they post into his belt right like this. That's a easy to miss out detail. I'm sure it was in Pug's review. He just reviewed this, guys. Go check out Pug's review on this guy. Then check out mine. Then check out Darren's. Then check out everybody else's. But there you go. Right. So that's kind of cool. And then the shotgun. Everybody likes
the
that.
Shotgun. Yeah, the shotgun looks pretty good, man. Is it gummy? Is it flimsy at all?
Feels like it might be. Let me put it through the gummy test. Through my plastic expertise, I've decided to test this plastic. Yeah, it's gummy, man.
See, their weapons usually do look pretty decent, but good.
Well, we're live too, so I'm trying to minimize that. Right? Can't be real if it does this.
Oh wow! That's like an Acme gun. He got that from Wile E. Coyote Supply.
No, but all joking aside, yes, very gummy, but looks pretty damn sharp, like a Remington pump or standard 12 gauge, right? So let's see if he could do the cool guy pose. We'll do the cool guy pose, and then everything else has to wait till reviews. But can you do it?
I know what you're doing. Who doesn't have a picture of us with a shotgun like this? Yeah.
Hey!
We did it.
Hey! That's awesome. I like them. All right.
It's the Punisher situation.
Good.
We did it. Now you got to have him fighting Stalker or somebody for Apollo Creed.
He's really cool, actually. He is. But way better than the last one. The last one I didn't mind him about this much, but I'm actually really kind of impressed at how well those smoke grenades stick on there. Like, they're good. That's better than anything, because I think of retro Snake Eyes. He had those flashbangs, or like the one that had nowhere to go but in his hand or hanging off his strap.
Yeah, those are the worst. They just clip on the strap. Yeah.
The only thing I wish they had on this, and they don't, is they just went with straight ankle rocker. It doesn't even feel like there's a cut on that ankle rocker. It doesn't feel like there's a turn to it. And none on the calf either. So this ankle rocker goes up, down, and then every other pose for this leg happens above the knee. Nothing is happening below the knee except up, down. That's the way that
kind
I'm
of
feeling.
sucks.
Yeah. It is
I'd rather
all
just
ankle
have
rocker.
that. I'd rather just have that than it be really loose, I guess. But
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect Hasbro figure, right? So
there ain't many, if there are. Punk says someone on his review said he wanted Screaming Punisher, but got Yawning Punisher, and now I can't not see him yawning. Sleepy Time Punisher.
why'd you have to read that comment? As soon as he said it, I looked at him. He's like, "Oh yeah, buds, I just
shoot some thugs, but I'm just gonna stretch out in my chair."
oh jeez." Yeah, no, got it. That head's gone. Fuck.
Ruin that. So, oh shit, that's pretty good. Yeah, Matthew said yawn.
Yeah.
right.
Okay. All right.
looking
Enough
forward
about
to
the
getting
Punisher. Next thing. Yes, you will. I think you'll enjoy this figure. I'm definitely enjoying this.
The main takeaway from my video will be how he looks in the Ramen Raider.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to put both of the Punishers in there, both of those two in there.
And these
I've got the
weapons
other one. I got the Warzone.
These weapons are sugar free. You know, if they're going to be gummy, they might as well be good for you. Right. So we're good.
See if you should swallow one and see if it fucks you up.
It just fired up my ass. Well.
All right, let's look at your pictures that you took today when you took Hydro Viper out. You had a good time.
Yeah,
doing
so
that, it looked like.
I popped a couple on Insta, and Adam was like, "Hey, by the way, you can't share your Insta." And I was like, "Of course I can't share my Insta for some stupid reason." But yeah, I did this last year. I did the ketchup and mustard divers that everybody loved for the Mars Mass Effect, and I took them out my kayak. It took about 5 to 10 minutes to take some photos. So I did that today with Hydro Viper because I wanted to like Hydro Viper more, and I do. I do like Hydro Viper more now. I think it also comes from how much I disliked Airtight. So I just took some of these shots. These will be in my review that I'm trying to get done by Friday or Saturday. So you can just scroll through them. It's done.
Yeah, sorry, I had the mouse on the wrong screen. So was this in the same place that you did the divers?
Same lake, different spot. Yeah, no, I just went to a different spot with my kayak and pulled off and found a piece of ground. So, and the female eel, for those that might be new to the channel, that is a custom eel that my friend Kyle Jackson made, K-Skills, and he's informed me he's sending me something else to show on the channel. So I got something coming in, the guy that made that eel. So I definitely made sure to include her. She seemed to belong to this shot today. And
yeah,
this is my what you would call it, creature from the Black Lagoon, if ever I've seen one, this fucking thing, right? And while I enjoy the figure, it's not without its issues, but the hoses seem to not be one by comparison to the damn Airtight.
The mask actually stays in place with the hoses on there.
Yeah, and the Stingray is pretty, but it's not a Stingray.
Did the Stingray just fart in this picture by any chance?
Yeah, right. Just the coincidental bubble of life. Yeah, no, they call it a Stingray, but they've molded a manta ray.
What's the biological difference? Only one killed Crocodile Hunter.
Sorry, maybe I've got it inverted, but the difference is between the faces. Either way, it's the mandibles in the face that extend, something like that. I was looking at it the other day. I was trying to remember the difference. I might have it inverted, but I think they had mislabeled the animal. It was what I found out. I got to double check that. But it is beautiful painted on the bottom side. That really, I was happy to catch that in some sunlight with the waves over it, because the belly was kind of the nicest paint feature of it was the belly, right? But what a useless little thing. And really what a useless pet companion this thing is, right? Like,
and
skip along the ground beside me.
Somehow this thing made it into the van in my video and my pictures, but I forgot Ledger and Apsara. Absolar is definitely cooler than this and Ledger. So, but yeah,
This guy
these look
could've-
good.
He's like a floor mat, right? You can just put him in the van; it all works, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
and I kept him in nice shallow water because I kept thinking these waves will carry him out if I don't put him in with the rocks. So he stayed on the rocks the whole time. Thankfully, I didn't lose him.
That's good. I like this one. This one come out this look really good with the waves crashing behind him.
Yeah. I just sent you, I think, 10 of these, so we can just scroll
Yeah.
through them. It's not anything more, no change of scene, but him and his
Yeah,
big
no, they look-
rooster feet.
Yeah, I can't get over the dive fins, man. The dive fins are the fucking worst.
It's Peter fighting the chicken, man. This is the
The
chicken.
giant chicken.
This is the giant chicken, man. Like the kung fu kicks coming off this guy are going to be hilarious.
Fanta Ray comes in orange, purple, and red.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got another one.
Oh.
He's questioning his life choices there.
Yeah, just do you know how hard it is to walk in these things on uneven ground?
On rocks. They couldn't have me land on a beach with no rocks.
Yeah, it can't give me even an iota of torso bend. Not one drop. Not one drop of torso twist at all.
No, not a bit. Oh my god. You do
Oh my
these.
God.
You use your iPhone for these, don't you?
My iPhone, yeah, my busted up iPhone. I got to replace it. But
It still takes a pretty damn good picture though, and you don't do
I
any
like the camera.
post, do you? You don't do any post either, do you? Like any playing with the saturation or anything?
no, none of that stuff. No, because I'm colorblind, so I don't trust it. Because whatever I'm seeing barely works for me. I don't know how it looks to you guys, but you know,
Okay.
so I don't
Yeah.
think my judgment's there, right? My
Okay.
colorblind works in some ways better than other things, and then in others it completely falls apart. Like I can't perceive certain things. So
Yeah. No, they look good, man. They come out good.
Thanks.
Are you okay and safe from the fire? Stu wants to know, Crow.
A fire. Oh,
The,
yeah,
in Canada
apparently.
that
But
we talked about.
I mean,
That we talked.
oh
that
well,
we
I'm
talked
in
about earlier.
yeah, the fires out west are far from me, but we'll have wildfires in Ontario at any given point. I'm sure. I haven't been watching the news lately. I just I hear that there's fires, and I'm like, that's every year, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like it anymore these days. And we have them here. I mean, they've wrecked the Smoky Mountains twice now in the last 15 years, 20 years.
So to give you an idea how small our army is and how we use it out here is there are national emergency response unit as well. So if we have a wildfire team, like a wildfire brew up, we instantly have like a small company's worth of soldiers that are whose entire job is to go to that wildfire and assist the aid to public and all the support, be it cutting fire breaks to actually help fight fires to whatever they need. Like we deploy our soldiers to every wildfire we get. And so that's why we kind of roll our eyes and go, oh, another wildfire season, because it's been every summer for the last 20 years. And soldiers just sit there and go, my fucking summer sucks.
Yeah,
right? I'm on that
yeah.
list,
Yeah, I got called up for fire duty this summer. God damn it!
Again, we're a small country, or we have basically three major brigades we rotate through. So your brigade's up every 3 years to go support this, and you're like, God damn it! Felt like just last year we did that.
This is already time again. So, Lone Dragon wants to know if you're safe from the fries because he hears that you guys put gravy on them.
That's actually my regimental joke about gravy, but yeah,
it's funny. And Punk says they're in Detroit. They're getting the haze from the fires, and the air is so bad right now. And blame Canada. I now just see Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah, this coming from the automotive industry capital of the world, Detroit, complaining about something about not being able to see the sun. When was the last time you saw the sun?
Yeah, right. So speak and he shall appear. So I'm going to throw this one back up here real quick.
Hey,
There's
dude.
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle, you're Your female eel there, the Barracuda, she made it into the Hydro Viper review shots today. So
Yeah, so we'll put that back up. So what's going on, Kyle? Thanks for coming by, my man. Let's see. And there's Frank Dune on you popping in here. What's going on, Frank?
I gotta get another
Frankie.
Betty.
It's the
Frank.
second Frank we've seen in 5 minutes. The third.
Mhm.
The third
Yeah.
Frank.
I'm dropping
so
Franks all over here.
I'm going to share something real quick that I want to bring up, and I am going to share a GoFundMe that I heard about over the weekend. And there is a link to this in the stream description here on my page. Do wanted to bring this up and call some attention to it. So this is Carol. This is Oz's sister. She had a emergency with her puppy and had some pretty serious emergency vet bills, and has put her way behind, and she's having some issues with bills and paying vet bills, and being in a similar situation earlier in the year. I do want to kind of spread the message out that people do have awful things happen a lot like this. So if anybody is interested and able to help, she was possibly in danger of losing her residence. She'd been out of work for a while and was just kind of getting on her feet, and had a bad emergency with medical emergency with her pup. So did want to share that and bring that up, because a lot of people helped me in the same situation. So the link is in the description for that. If you guys are interested, it would be greatly appreciated. So did want to bring up that real quick. So
Sure.
Let's talk about this new wave of figures we've been talking about. We just talked about Hydro Viper and Airtight and all of these guys. So I thought we would do a ranking, and we're not going to show a bunch of pictures. We're just going to go from least favorite to favorite, talk about them just a minute real quick, what we like, what we don't, and then we're going to move on to our fun Guess Who stuff. So starting with number 5 out of this most recent wave, Crow, who is your least favorite in this wave?
It's still overkill.
Okay.
I just can't like overkill. Well, there's things to appreciate them. There's still cop outs in that figure that shouldn't have been there. Like, if you're going to make a torso piece like that ridiculous one, I'm glad they make it look very natural when it's closed. But when it's opened, it exposes lackluster interior with like very, very little efforts, and even interior figure works that we're not supposed to see, like a post, and that gun is, but that's a set of binoculars. That's not a gun. That's a set of binoculars. He is a titty watcher. That's what he's
Machine
doing.
gun
Run around.
jubblies. I don't remember those, baby.
Yeah. No, to me, like, if you were going to make that the play feature, you would put every attention to detail in there to make it, when you open that, it's worth looking at, not like some sort of bad Cracker Jack box, right? And that's what that figure feels like to me. There are some good things about that figure, but it's last on my list.
Definitely.
What about you?
Definitely understandable. And yes, I said it twice on purpose. Ranking, gonna rank them. Just not doing a whole video. Lady Virgo, cool,
all the
jumping
time
in here. Yeah.
Hey, lady.
What's going on? How you doing, Lady
What's up,
Virgo?
girl?
My number 5 in this wave is this chick right here. This is Dawn Moreno. Just because she's last don't mean that I like her. I gave her a pretty good score on the Yeehaw meter, but man, she has some loose legs. Dawn has got some very loose legs.
What are you implying, Darren?
Yeah. She been around the Arashikage, all right.
She's not no
And that
17-year-old girl no more.
yeah, not anymore. She not caught that Arashikage train.
She has all the Snake Eyes memories, all of them.
All of them with Scarlet and what and whatever Mama San that he found when he was in Kason. So,
Yeah.
uh,
That one night with Tommy, but we don't talk about that night. But
yeah,
he remembers.
right. that Eiffel Tower, she remembers it. Good figure though. I don't like the backpack with the swords because it won't stay on, and we all know her pistol will not stay in the holster. Aesthetic though, it's pretty bare bones figure, but I do like the figure. I like the way it looks. So, but out of this wave, she is my number 5. So, who did you go with for your number 4 out of this wave?
Well, I understand where you're Don Moreno coming at 5, and the nice things you had. She was a weird one because I was just like, I'm happy she's there. You don't need to prove nothing with her because her kit loadout we all knew was going to be repeat anyways, right?
Yeah.
Number 4 for me is shit. Who did we have left to it was a toss up, but it's going to be Airtight. Airtight to me, he's the first G.I. Joe character where I've ever given a 1 as a play, right? To play with him is below average. That's what a 1 means.
And I said, I can't wait to see what kind of tactical grade you give to Airtight.
I gave him a 4 for tact because he is equipped to do the pressure washing of NBC decontaminant soap on vehicles and decontaminate an entire scene. That's the gear he's wearing. He's suited up to spray shit, right? So it's fine. That's a real job. There's a threat to it. You know, it's not what you think about when you think about G.I. Joe fighting Cobra. Be like, I'm going to scrub these hulls squeaky clean, right? But that's what I was thinking. But yeah, on the play, I had to give him a 1 because if I can't do anything with this helmet on him, then I can't have it on there, right? And it's just like, man, that's half there. I'm paying for the kit too. I can't play with it. That's a 1. Like the only way to get a 0 was for this figure to suck. And the figure doesn't suck. The figure's fine. It's the kit was terrible.
Yeah.
And I see Matt talking about loose hips. Yeah, I find this whole wave has some loose hips, and then you'll get like 4 figures out of random spots where the hips don't move at all. You know, like.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he was talking about Dawn, where I was talking about.
Oh.
No one else mentions the loose hips. Well, I guess I got the only Dawn Moreno with loose hips, and I also got her to pose on 1 foot really easily.
Right? Yeah, all of them can do the 1 foot really now, but this made me mad. Like this, I don't even understand that decision. Well, black pads for knee pads, black pads for elbow pads, green like tensor that you don't even complete on the back of the joint. And you didn't do it on the elbow. This is just the random splattering of green that just, what the shit?
and I like it. My complaint is that they didn't also do it on the elbows, because that is what makes it look weird to me, is that they didn't.
Yeah.
So my number 4 out of this wave is also Airtight.
He deserves it.
Was definitely one of my most like looked forward to figures, because I always really have liked Airtight. I've got fond memories of Airtight. I remember when I got him when I was a kid, but this shit right here, man, like looking out, only one eye can see out of the helmet when you actually manage to get the hose connected. And what if this guy doesn't have his gear on? Like, what is he? Like, if he's not doing the one job that only he can do in G.I. Joe, what the hell else is he? He's just a brightly colored background guy. So I'm a little disappointed in the kit, but the figure as a whole is pretty good.
Yeah, I personally, I thought there really wasn't anything wrong with this figure on paper, right? Like he came exactly as we had him in the 80s. Now you could remove the helmet. They figured it away. I do not understand why they made the hoses so they had to disconnect at two separate points each.
No.
Right? That to me was just really terrible, and it showed me that they don't play test these. Like they can't
No.
be. They can't be timing it. They can't be play testing it. They can't be doing any kind of census on it after it's been built. Like green light, guys. Sorry, fuck you. You know what do you mean it doesn't work? Too late.
We've been saying that for a while with them, though.
So you remember this would have been the plot of a family movie about the heart of a company, a toy company that doesn't play with its toys to find out that the toys don't fucking work. Like that's a movie right there.
Yeah, that could be a very good one. Be like a backwards small soldiers. So, who did you have for your number 3 in this wave?
So number 3 is going to go to the Hydro Viper because I like the Hydro Viper for its function. Everything worked. I didn't have a problem with the kit. And after everything I dealt with Airtight and his hoses, I expected to have a problem with Hydro Viper and his because they were so small. So small. So small. And they didn't seem to want to go in the hose very naturally when I put them in. But once I got them in, they were fine. But I've never been a Hydro Viper fan, so it was just hard for me to go, Hydro Viper's good and Airtight's not. Right? Like
that's a hard distinction to make. And I liked Hydro Viper as a kid. I liked him with the mask on. You know, like the look that he had. I loved it because we didn't get 2 head sculpts. So I loved the mask because I liked the kind of weird shit. So I dug him, but what I really liked about him this time around was the unmasked head sculpt because he is also my number 3 as well. And so I've got him. We did not confer on these. I've got 2, so I've got one all suited up with the demon dive mask on, and then I do have one with just his little mini spear gun and his knife. My biggest complaint with this figure was not the chicken feet. It was something that we knew as soon as we saw the render was the lack of a complete set of hands in either direction for this guy. Either another webbed hand or another regular left hand.
And that was so when you showed the footage, can you find the picture I had of them walking ashore? Do you have that picture? Where the group of them were walking ashore, because it was to make that exact point was why I kind of did that shot today. By not having those hands, he's not able to carry a 2-handed weapon a lot of the times. And some of the Cobra sets, like the eels and the it's fine if you can't find it, but the divers, they came with this abundance of 2-handed weapons, and I thought, what a waste, maybe because he can sling his knife and he can sling his handgun in utility pouches on his body, right? So you have the ability to carry it. You could have actually maybe, instead of having it in a baggie, used one of the nicer guns from one of your other sets that isn't in one of your character's hands on him or things like that. But you can't because his hands just really don't accommodate that. And I was kind of like, it's kind of a waste because he can't even find one simple tying feature to tie him into the eels. Like nothing really ties him into the eels, yet he's got a shelf next to the eels, right? So
they're so mismatched, even though they're the same same theme. They're just so unbalanced with everything.
And it's fine. We're just talking about toys here, right? But at the same time, I look at it from like the quartermaster's thing and go, what do you mean he can't have any of the same kit as these guys? Like, I can't even give him the same fucking flippers. No, he's got to have, what do you mean chicken feet? Okay, give him the chicken feet, but gonna give him a torpedo or a sling gun? No, everything's different, right?
So we're actually complaining about not getting any reuse this time.
No, but this was just it. It was the point is by not including hands, like a diverse set of hands, I don't even have the choice to incorporate anything. Like if I wanted to, right? It's and this and again, all when look at the guy I just interviewed there, Mike, Classify Collects, that video that I did on the other guy's shelf. He's gonna have like 5 or 6 of these, right? I think he did. Well, they all have a
Yeah.
left hand like this, and then the other hand holding something. Like there's just that repetitiveness that an extra
Yeah.
set of hands kind of solves, right? So
Yeah, you can't change them up at all. They're all, no matter how you have them geared up, they're all only going to be holding a weapon in their right hand, whatever.
yeah.
it
And
is.
Clint, no, this is the Rideau Canal, Ottawa, near Lake Ontario area. This is the Rideau Canal area.
So we're down to our top 2. So we've only got 2 left. So who was your second favorite in this wave?
I liked her so much. She's downstairs with the rest of the Joes taking a break. But Dawn Moreno made it to number 2. She's just a scoop of fucking vanilla again. Like, I'm glad we have her. I love the second head. I'll show you what I did with that head. Just because I was like, this actually doesn't look too bad. And she's within arm's reach. So my Dawn Moreno on the shelf will always have that Snake Eyes head, but this just goes to a new custom, right? So that's on a Star Wars repainted buck. And it's just, they gave us a free, cool new female head as I saw it. Every other piece of kit in there is not worth talking about. The buck is nothing exceptional, but it's nothing horrid. It's just a bland, okay figure, but at least we have Dawn Moreno now, right? Like,
Yeah,
cool.
and she's not terrible. Like, she's just kind of bland, but she's overall a good figure. And I still say that this looks like Olivia Munn, which is not a bad.
You think
thing.
it looks like Olivia Munn? Yeah, I don't see
Very,
Olivia
very
Munn,
much.
but yeah,
Very
because
much.
Olivia Munn's like half Japanese, isn't she?
I don't know what she is other than gorgeous,
Yeah,
but
I
to
think-
me, she looks like Olivia Munn.
Yeah. No, she definitely does have a captivating face. I wouldn't say she's like beautiful, but she's just a really nice face. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, no
They did a good
butterface.
job with the eyes. Yeah. Not a
Yeah,
butterface,
no.
yeah.
Don't need a sack. All right, well, I am down to only 2 figures, one of which you don't like.
Well, I know who your number 2 is just by the process of paying attention. So have
there
at
he
'em.
is. Yeah, there he is. There's my number 2, Overkill. I like this figure so much more than I thought that I was going to with this wave. Utterly ridiculous. Yes. Awful color choice. Yes, but somehow, like, I don't know what it is. My least favorite thing about this guy is the fold down wannabe Buttons McBoom Boom chest, because it does not work. Buttons McBoom Boom did it so much better. But the stuff that he comes with, and the fact that his blade, his claws, his big cannon, all have that pinkish purple hue to them. So that can easily be Energon. Whenever this guy shows up, it's gonna have something to do with freaking Energon powering him.
Everything is Energon. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good MacGuffin for a lot of stuff that we have and we're gonna have. So I actually I do like Overkill, so I have a pretty good idea that I'm really gonna like Synapse whenever I get him too. But so I like the face sculpt. It's kind of similar to Hydra Viper, Frag Viper, even more distorted and grotesque.
So this is a Dollar General RoboCop. That's how I see him. It's Peter Sellers if he was made for a Taiwanese cheap market, right? But I love that face sculpt. I think that is one of the best things going for the figure.
Yeah.
I respect what they tried to do with the hand utilities. I liked it because he is supposed to be the Bat Commander, right? So give him a bat-like function with those arms. But when you tried to make that claw work, it can't hold anything. Like, it barely holds his own mask when I've tried to test that clamping. So it's just strictly aesthetics. And the only real thing I respect about the character is what they wrote into the file card, that this guy's so far gone and psychotic that he's starting to individualize his bats and give them nicknames. Like, he thinks they have souls, right? So he's crazy. So I was like, redeemable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like the file card that they did with him, and you know what I wanted with Overkill that they didn't go with in the Marvel and then Devil's Due was Robert Skelton. I wanted the Saw Viper, and then I wanted the Overkill. But even the way the file card is written in your head, this could be Robert Skelton if you wanted it to be. It even matches up with the way the file card is. So I'll allow it. Yeah, he said, Lone Dragon said, is he bat shit crazy? Yes, he
He
is.
is that shit
Uh,
crazy. Yeah.
Matthew says he passed on Overkill. His Skeletron will lead his bats. Well, by the time we get that Skeletron figure, this guy will be on sale somewhere, and you'll be able
Yes.
to pick him up for $18 as a stand-in. Matthew, when he goes on sale, I'm probably going to get another one.
So let me put it to you like this, Matthew. I understand completely what you're saying, but will he love the bats and will he give them names the way or Overkill would? That almost makes me want to have him over there just so I will never be able to watch anything if they ever do a movie and I see Overkill out there in my mind, just hearing him scream, "No, Fluffy, no!" You know, his bats are getting blown up.
Not
There.
Sarah.
Two tomahawk. Frank doesn't look like he's yawning, does he?
No.
What's better than one tomahawk? Two tomahawks.
Oh, so yeah, that man, I'm excited for that Frank. I love him, and
Yeah.
I like that shotgun. I do, and I've heard that like his hands seem really small. I've seen people say that to hold the shotgun. I think was it Uncle Clutch maybe that posted that he thought they were kind of too small, but I don't know. We'll see when I get him in hand because I'm sure you can swap out the hands from the other one if you want. All right.
Well,
Well, what? Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I know you're
All right.
rolling it, and we're going to get to the same point, so you do it.
We only have one figure left, and it's the same figure for number one in this wave. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and talk about Sundown.
God, he could have been a lot. He could have been a little, but he was this, and it's great. But there you go.
Oh yeah. Damn, that just looks right. Him holding that
Yeah.
shotgun. So
It's the only thing he's missing. Well, not the only thing he was missing, but he needed a long rifle.
I tend to agree. I think it's okay that he didn't come with one, but
Yep, you're right. I'm okay with it, but
after I put the that Epic Hacks boss fight figure that I bought, after I put that lever action in his hand and had him where he was fighting Overkill, man, like he really could have benefited from a lever action rifle more than
I had
anything.
you and I think exactly alike because I didn't watch any of your reviews. And that was the first thing I did when I got him in. I put him on a horse and I gave him a lever action rifle. And I only captured a couple of shots because as much as I want to take many photos of something like that, in a review is not the place to do it because he's not coming with that kit. You're almost complaining, right? So, and it feels weird because Sundown came with great stuff. Like I like the kit he came with. I'm not complaining that he didn't have a long gun, but he just benefits from one. It's so natural to him, right?
Yeah.
It's
It
part of that
really
Joe
is.
formula. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him on a horse with a scabbard on the saddle. I have not actually put him on a horse yet because I've only got one normal horse, and that's the Mythic Legion Bishop, and it's just too much shit to take off of him, and then you got to take Gideon off of it, and then I haven't done it because it's a nightmare to take everything on and off of that horse. That's the only one that I've got. The other ones I have, one is a plague zombie horse, one's a skeleton, and one's a fire horse.
So I knew I wasn't gonna get a fancy horse, but I just want one every now and then. Put a shelf or like behind something, seeing it at a distance. And if it had a good saddle and a bridle, That'd be more than enough, and that's all I used for this one. It was worth it. Like I was so happy to see him on it, but now I just really want a better horse, right? Like this one's okay, but you can't do anything with it. But
Yeah.
his feet are just a little bit too long for the stirrups. But this is
Yeah.
the reason I say he needs it, man. Is that's why you have spurs, assholes. You give him a horse because that's what
Yeah.
spurs are for, right? My regiment, we wore spurs on our parades because we had a cavalry regiment. We had horses
Oh,
with, right, and things like that. So spurs are a big thing with me. If you're going to put spurs, you better have a reason because they suck to walk in. He's certainly not going to be working in vehicles with this.
no. And you're going to have to get a horse for Zorana too.
Ooh. Oh, she have spurs on her? I thought she had a.
Yeah. No,
I have to
she's
look
got
again. Did
spurs.
she have spurs? Yeah. I
Yeah,
think you're
she's
right.
got
She did.
spurs.
I would have
Yeah.
mentioned it anyways.
Matthew pre-ordered the Fish Toys horse that was still on BBTS. They're supposed to be really good too. The
I'll have a look on
mythics,
that one.
the plain mythic horses. Well, can't remember. There's two. There's like Borat or Borax or something.
Borox. Mhm.
Yeah, something. And but they're actually pretty reasonable for like the plain horses. So well, there's our recap of this wave. It's funny that we didn't really talk about it and we had 3 of them in common. But yeah, no,
Oh, there you go.
I like this wave. I gave this yeah, that looks good. And he
So
can
that's what you
shoulder.
can do it. And I can only do that because it's so yummy. No, it's just
Well,
it's a good fit.
I was able to get the that tactical one shouldered pretty well too. So
Mhm.
the posability for that guy with wearing the tactical vest is a lot better than what most of them are.
Yeah.
I
I could
said
draw.
him,
I just noticed
in-
the Frank Castle rifle has actual iron sights on there, so you can actually draw a straight line from sight to eye. Right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
yeah, he can actually pose well with a long
shit,
gun.
yeah.
So is
Frank.
the waist on yours a little loose?
It was. It had a wobble, just a little bob forward. It wasn't what I heard other people complaining about. And I found that if I just slightly canted it, it went away. Right. But some
Yeah.
people are saying theirs is just like flopping all over the place. And I was like, ooh, that sucks because he's a great fig.
Mine is he's not like a V2 Firefly wobbly, but I think if the vest and the gun belt didn't sit as close together as they do, I think it would probably be a lot worse for him. But it's not. It works, but I think it would be a lot more wobbly. Lone Dragon saying Zorana spurs are for mainframe. Eric's got a horse for Zorana.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, one bad thing about the Frank Castle fig. I guess it's not the worst.
Uh-oh.
That pistol. You got a teeny tiny little girly gun. Look at that. He's so cute. Just teeny tiny. It's a tight fit in that hand. Holy shit.
Looks a little chintzy. So wrist gauntlet lower. The wrist gauntlets have detail on them. The poncho. I like the poncho that he comes with. It's just not flexible enough. I love the detail.
Yeah, I'm glad it was included in the set. I'm glad to have it, but I don't like it on him if I'm doing any kind of action pose. It's just not fluid to anything.
Yeah. Stu says, what's the point of having a sight if the barrel has a dog leg to it? It's coming. It's that where it's bent. It's that gun they developed during World War II that can shoot around corners.
Well, it's gummy enough that you can bend it straight if need be. If you like straight guns, you can bend it straight. You have that choice.
That's right. You can. It's the playability factor. That's it's the tactical feature. So
choosing words is important, right?
That's right. So we need to play a little bit of guess who, a little bit of file car fun here. So
all right, I gotta pull up my file cards then.
Yeah, get my stuff queued up here. So we're gonna let you guys play along with us, and so we got some clues that we can give, but I think we said did we say three? Give three guesses and then reveal it,
Yep.
and then we'll keep score.
So you have to find a sentence to introduce your character, get us at least started. Be like, this guy wears a helmet. I don't know, something, right? Like Darren was you're the kind of the mastermind behind running this. But yeah, you said we had done this before, and I do vaguely remember doing it, like just dropping hints about the file card until somebody gets it,
Yeah.
right?
And not all of my hints are directly out of the file card, but they are related to the character. So
Okay. So some
right.
of mine, I'm going to say that most of mine are figures that aren't out yet, but should be.
Okay.
Meaning that they're coming or should be name dropped.
Okay. That is a pretty good lead off. So I will, let me see, because I don't think I'm going to start with the one that I've got as number one. So I'm going to start with this one, and I will give you.
I'm going to follow your lead. Yeah. So you do it.
Okay. All right. So your lead off clue indicator of what direction to go in is he was very prevalent in the cartoon and a good bit in the comic, but underutilized. Okay.
Motherfucker knows I grew up with the cartoon too. I made that a big thing about my channel. Like, guys, I didn't have the cartoon.
I have clues that will negate the fact that you didn't watch the cartoon nearly as much.
Do you have his file card in front of you?
I do. I have his file card and I have my clues. So I tell you what, I will give you that, and I will give you a bonus clue before you start your guessing. Okay.
Okay.
So he is when he is. Let's see. I don't want to do that one just yet. One that'll point you in the right direction here. So that one's way too easy.
God, you've done so much more work than me.
He is often paired with one of the most annoying members of the G.I. Joe team. What's up, D-Mac? Popping in here right in time for our ridiculous file card trivia.
Well, that tells me that he's a G.I. Joe, so I can rule it that as a question. He's often paired with one of the most annoying members. I can't remember because I didn't get the cartoon, so I don't know which ones were necessarily annoying. I know some that were dislikable. All right. So you said you had the file card, and I get 3 questions, right?
Yep, and you can ask me a counter.
Oh, I got it.
Before you
I'm gonna
guess.
I'm gonna ask you because it's a G.I. Joe question. This is a 2-part. Is there a list of the weapons he's qualified? Because at the bottom of every G.I. Joe card, they talk about their like mid-bottom. And if so, read it.
He is a qualified expert in M16, M14, Browning 50 cal, 20 millimeter Oerlikon AA gun, and the M1911A1.
The Oerlikon AA gun?
Mm-hmm. That's what it says.
Is it heavy duty?
It is not heavy duty.
All right.
All right. It's one guess. So I will give you another clue. So this one's not going to be real helpful unless you know your file cards.
Cartoon.
No,
the cartoon.
Not cartoon.
Okay.
He likes to vacation in Fuel, Greenland.
Oh, I know who this is. Fuel, Greenland.
Are you Googling file cards?
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the ones I had. I'm like, what shit? Is this the same guy that I did before? I thought I just read about this. Shit, maybe it's not. Is it Blizzard?
It is not Blizzard.
Okay. But I feel like I've narrowed it down to an Arctic soldier.
Okay.
Good.
How about I throw you? How about I throw you a softball?
Well, all right, let's see. I'm gonna see if the chat's friggin' giving us any better ideas. Okay, go ahead.
Chat's got some decent guesses. This one's probably going to give it away, but the hilarity of it is he is probably the most likely GI Joe team member to have an STD.
Oh, it feels like Snow Job.
Is that your final answer?
Probably not. Well, between Snow Job and Clutch, I figured we've got most of the STD covered, right? No, it says shipwreck.
It is Shipwreck.
Yes. As I realize we're talking STDs, that's got to be right up there, right? Come
So
on, shipwreck.
he is usually paired with Polly, one of the most annoying members of the GI Joe team.
All right.
It's on his file card. It says he can tell tales taller than a Senate Appropriations Committee and take a 3-day liberty in Thule, Greenland, and come back smiling. So
See, that's where you got me. Thule, Greenland. I was wondering if it was one of the Arctic troops. So you picked it because it was
Yeah.
relevant to things coming, right? That's why I was like, Blizzard?
yeah, chat, how come all the chat got it when I said STD? So
Yeah.
the other clues were he is probably a slap boxing champion because he can take so many slaps from the women he hits on, and the other one was a cartoon clue, which he has his own state of the art vehicle. Well, once, because when we first saw him in the desert, he had the ship that could harness the wind and sail across the desert and had jets on it. So
Okay. Well, I guess that's on to me then. But at least I guessed it at the last shitty clue, so I get a point.
he did get a point.
I did it. I beat it. I beat the buzzer. All right. I will tell you that we've had at least an iteration of this character in the classified line already at some point. As your first clue. Your second clue. I don't have to give you a second clue, do I? What else do I have to tell you? I don't have to.
You don't have to. We got 3 guesses. What color is this person's uniform?
You son of a bitch. I will answer that for you, like you somehow saw my notes, and let you know that it is a brilliant orange. That is all. Do you want a goofy guess? What's
Is it
that?
barbecue?
Yeah, because you asked the one question that I thought you wouldn't ask. What color's uniform? The one French character.
It was either him or possibly Blowtorch, but he's yellow and red. So.
Yep. Airtight would have been relevant too, but yeah, no, I chose that guy. Smart.
Oh.
Rolling it along, you're a second guy.
Oh shit!
I had clues like if this was a movie, it would be, Ben Affleck or Matt Damon would play them. They'd be, it's some gritty kind of town, but doing really terrible accents, lazy brown fox, whatever.
Oh god! All right, so let's see. So this guy has also had at least one itineration made of him in Classified.
Oh, I'll start guessing now. I'll just go down the list. or
let's see. So, what else?
Should I ask about this color? What color is it? No. Wait, that feels like a wasted guess
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah. You're. This may help you. This may help.
Okay.
You.
Yes, I clearly need it.
He has really short fingers.
Really short fingers. And this guy has had an iteration right off the bat. I'm going to follow a vein of thinking. When he came out in the classified line, did he come out as a part of a 2-pack?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Now I'm
Yes.
lost.
Iteration, Matthew. Not iteration. Iteration. You're correct.
So short fingers, and we have him in the classified line. I'm going to need another clue.
Matthew. Yes, really short fingers. It's a couple guesses out there.
Yeah.
Let's see. So what else do we have about this guy? To jump or not to jump?
Oh, that's it. Just to jump or not to jump. Okay. I might as well just ask a question again. Was his uniform camouflaged?
No.
Okay. Not camouflaged. To jump or not to jump, and he has short fingers. You're gonna have to give me one more clue. You're
Likes to
clearly way better at this than I am.
He likes to hum classic music on the battlefield.
Is that because the cartoon said so? Because hey, god damn, watch that.
It is in the file card that I bet you have read within the last 6 months.
Crazy Legs.
It is Crazy Legs.
Oh, look at me with these last minute goals. That's who I
Cal,
thought it was on the last guess. Yeah, last guess I thought it too, but yeah.
Cal knows his file cards.
Yeah.
It is mentioned in the file card.
When you said to jump or not to jump, that's why I was asking about the camouflage, because it was like, is it ripcord or is it? Yeah.
Yep. All right. 2 to
All
1.
right. Well, let's give you.
Crazy Legs and his short fingers, yo. Everybody knows he's got them short
I will
fingers.
tell you that the figure we have for this, no matter how they do it, it just feels incomplete. That is your big clue. Meaning we have it in the classified line, but it just feels incomplete no matter what.
Is it Snake Eyes?
It is not Snake Eyes. That is your first question. Oh, you wasted a question. Oh,
Oh, I did.
All right,
I
good.
definitely did.
We've moved. You didn't ask the color. Thank God.
No.
I will say that when people pay attention to this person, it's usually for the wrong reasons.
Is this character a G.I. Joe team member?
Correct. That is your second question. Oh, I got you on the ropes now. Picture this proverbial battle we're having. Ooh, it's intense.
Max saying every figure's supposed to come with a vehicle, but didn't. I kind of like. I'm gonna guess. I like D-Mac's answer. I'm gonna ask CoverGirl. Is it CoverGirl?
You know what? Always trust D-Mac. D-Mac is like one of my first subscribers, man. It's absolutely CoverGirl. No matter how we got her, both in the classified or the retro, she never came with her Wolverine. So I went and hunted one down. But there we go. That was good. D-Mac, I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad Darren
I-
noticed your comment because you give it away.
Yeah, when you said notice for the wrong reasons, I was thinking about that retro card cover girl. So and
So
incomplete, and then it's like, yeah, that might be it.
yeah, there was that, and then I just remember how cringy it seemed when Ron Rudat was taking such pride over he drew cover girl for that Netflix special. He just had this really bad grin on his face, and I just never forgot it. I was like, even I'm saying ew, man, ew.
You've heard the voice clip from when Carson interviewed him talking about drawing Baroness because he drew her boobs
Mm.
big. Hasbro made him tone it down. He made him reduce her breasticus size. And
It's
Cal
an awkward
saying,
discussion any comic artist has to have at some point. Like, how do you draw your boobs? Because I like them or I don't. Right? Like,
that's right.
I hate hearing
and,
people take pride in them, though. It just feels cringy.
and Cal saying Crazy Legs was one of the Joe musicians, like Shockwave, Rock and Roll, Heavy Duty, and Thunder. All right,
Yeah.
so we're
I'm in the band. Yeah.
making the band.
Yeah.
All right, casting couch. Your next character has been
Yes,
around
sir.
for a long time in the G.I. Joe universe.
In the G.I. Joe universe or in the classified line? I'm not understanding physically or in the lore.
Both.
Oh. All right. Let's see. When this guy came to the classified line, was he an exclusive of any sort?
No.
Been around for a long time. It's not that long. So, is this character a hero or a villain?
Definitely a hero.
All right. So, around for a long time. I'm definitely going with Action Joe.
No.
I thought it would be on your mind. I saw what Matthew was saying, but I also
Yeah.
thought of the fuzzy head back that was at Joe
Yeah,
Fest and
right.
things.
Right.
And at first I thought Serpentor, but no. Okay. So what is it?
Not that long.
Oh, well, long time is relevant. Stop using it as a descriptor. So who did I miss? I'll take the loss on this one.
Well, you've only guessed one. So
did I only
I'll
guess?
give you a
Oh.
loss. You got two more guesses on who it is.
Oh, I still got two more guesses. Never mind. All
Yeah,
right,
you
then
got-
I need a
you've only
hint.
guessed-
Give me a hint.
You've only guessed one name.
Oh, okay, good.
So in the original Real American Hero line, there were a couple versions of this character and had one of the most drastic environmental deployment outfit changes.
Sorry, say that all again.
So in the original, in the 80s and 90s Real American
Yeah.
Hero line,
Uh-huh.
a couple of versions of this character had very, very different types of figures as far as like where they might have operated or what they might have done.
Oh. Storm Shadow.
No,
Uh,
I'll give you one more that's
I always get them on.
kind of a softball, not really a softball. Arguably,
Oh,
the
I'll
most
treat it like it was hard. I swear, I'll make it seem like it was such a hard question, but I'll get
Okay.
it.
it's-
Don't break
this
my
don't
streak
give-
of getting them on the last one.
This won't give it away. It won't give it away, but it will point you in the right direction for sure. He's arguably the most universally well liked G.I. Joe team member.
Sergeant Slaughter.
No.
Ah! All right, I took the shot and I missed. I concede. I take one knee. I wobble. What's going on? Who? Oh, Stalker. Okay. That's fair. I got nothing to say.
Gotta answer for Stalker in there. So yeah, so Matthew saying, "Oh crap, Stalker." Um,
All right. I'm gonna put you through a real hard one now.
all right.
I'm gonna give you a gimme too.
Back to on Stalker. Sorry, the
Mhm.
original. He's been there the longest. Jungle camo dude, and then he was Arctic.
Yeah, and I was wondering about OG-13 being the descriptor, being there the longest, but then like I was already thinking like Matthew was like, oh, it's longer than what most people would think of Joe, right? 60s,
Yeah.
70s Joe is long, right? Like,
Yeah.
right.
I think we might add some extra clues because I don't want to trip you up. And so
Well, I like the freeness of this one because this one I'm going to approach just a little bit differently with you. Let's go with. But I'll tell you right off the bat. What do you want to know? Whether this guy's a classified figure or not, or whether they're a Joe or Cobra? I'll let you pick one of those two things, and I'll tell you right off the bat. No problems.
Joe.
I tell you for free.
Joe or Cobra.
Oh, it's G.I. Joe. Definitely 100% Joe. Go Joe guy. Definitely good guy. Go. All right. Before you get, I'll even give you the first clue. You should be really weary of this guy when he volunteers himself and you and the others for a mission. Be very weary of that.
Okay. So
All
let's
right.
see. Get to ask a question.
Mhm.
How long has he been in G.I. Joe? Like, do you remember around what year his character debuted?
Nah, I'll tell you what year, but I'll tell you like right when everybody that was cool was joining Joe. You know, like it was the most popular club on the block for soldiers to go in Joe. Like everybody cool was in there a couple waves in. He jumped right in and on that trend. And then right after him, people started showing up in neon shit. And everybody kind of was like, it's not cool to be Joe anymore. Right.
Definitely not who I was thinking.
I'll give you another hint. He carries a really heavy weapon, but it doesn't seem like it bothers him that it's a heavy weapon. Like he just doesn't care. Actually, I just described every G.I. Joe figure.
that's a lot of them.
One-handed bazooka. Yeah.
Nobody wants to go into battle with him. So it's definitely not who
No,
I
you
was.
should just be cautious. Be cautious. I can go into that. He has ulterior motives that might mean that he benefits from your risk. How's that? That's a free clue to bounce that one. You can ask another question too, right?
Right before Neon. So let's see. I'm trying to get in when everybody was cool. Carries a heavy weapon. Trying to get in when everybody was cool. I'm inclined to go with DMAC again and say, is it Sneak Peek? Because that's who
No, but Sneak Peek's Reki with a really shitty periscope. Sneak Peek's the coolest figure you'll ever get because he's Reki, but no, it's not.
Okay. Let's see. I will say, or I will ask. Shit. Does he have does he have a helmet, or is like for part of his get up? Does he have a removable helmet, or was he just a face sculpt guy?
He has a helmet that allows you to see his face. It will be removable. And I will tell you one bonus to this. It will be desert themed.
That you're saying when we get him in classified, he wears a
Yes.
helmet, so it'll be removed.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you've always been able to see his face. It's the standard open face helmet. It's just classified likes to take them off now. Your next question.
Damn, that one is tough.
I'll tell you what. Here, I'll give you a real good clue, because after that you're gonna guess and you're gonna get it wrong, and then you're gonna lose, and then I'll win, and the chat will laugh at you, and I'll join in. All right. You're gonna ask me, if he was a classified figure, what would be the best way for them to have boxed and sell him? What kind of set should he be? What kind of classified figure are you? What kind of American are you? What?
Yeah, what kind of American are you? Is it Jesse Plemons? No. Is it Todd? What would be the best way for them to sell him in classified? Would he be a
Holy shit.
or-
That's a really good question. Wow. This is really probably going to give it away a little bit, maybe a little bit, but this would be a figure and pet set. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Figure and pet set that we haven't seen yet, but everybody keeps saying we need it.
Spearhead and Max.
That would be the one. The reason I said that you shouldn't go on a mission with him that he volunteers you for is Spearhead is he used to sell insurance, man, and they keep talking about how he leads the charge, and I'm like, of course he leads the charge. He's insuring 3 of those guys. He'll send them that way.
I would have never got that. So,
I told you I'd make this hard.
That's
All right.
that's my cousin's like arch nemesis is Spearhead and Max, because Max is a deviant. They always remind me of like some kind of weird ice cream flavor. He looks.
I'm looking forward to them making Spearhead and Max, even though I've just seen what they do to Coyote Legs, and I don't really want to know what they're going to do to that poor cat. But I mean, I like cats. But I am going to go on the record. I'll be all about that buck and just trying to ignore the fact that somehow they think soldiers can change and control mountain cats, wild pumas, cougars. Like we can use these things on the battlefield. Yeah, we totally tell the cats what to do, right? What the fuck?
Yeah, that cat's gonna be like, yeah, I'm out of here, man. Was that a gunshot? Get the fuck you. Yeah.
I don't get within anywhere near Spearhead because one, he's got one of those things for one of two reasons. Either the government gave him that thing as a weapon and he somehow knows how to use it because it's with him, or that's his emotional support animal. And that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. I'm still out. We're not fighting, dude. No, I'm walking.
Nope.
No. All right. So you got another one for me or what?
Yeah. Got a couple more here, so I think we'll do. So I've got us at 4-2. Is that right? Is that what you come up with?
As in four for you, 2 for me, because I keep losing. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Sounds right.
All right. What you guys got in the chat? All right. Good. So your next person. Let me pull that file card up so I can reference something here.
I'll reference something with it.
All right. So I gave you one of my clues that I've got wrote down. This character is always pissed off because everything moves too slow.
Again, in the cartoon, right? God.
Nope. That is right off, paraphrasing right off the file.
Okay. Everything moves too slow. Is this a vehicle driver?
Yes.
Okay. Does this vehicle driver have a relevant equivalent character in the Energon universe?
Not in the G.I. Joe comics, so I'm going to say no.
No. Okay, so it's not Clutch. Okay. Who else do we know? Vehicle drivers. It goes real fast. Oh, do we have this figure in the classified line?
Yes.
Okay. It's Crankcase.
Damn it. It is Crankcase. I had some other good clues for him too. So
Yeah.
So
I just
I
trying
had-
to remember who the racers were in Joe, right? And it was, the engine heads, the gear heads. Eventually I was gonna get to Budo.
that actually was one of the clues I wrote down. He does have a classified figure, built and
Yeah.
raced street cars in his teens. And then, just in case you had perused all of the file cards, graduated Ranger Desert Warfare schools, attended Special Air Service Tactical Driving School. So I thought that one might help. And then the other one is he's no longer among the living.
Oh, right.
Any of those might have narrowed it down a little more for you.
That's fair. All right. So I've got to call up one. It's one that I think will come soon. It was part of my predictions list. I will tell you. Your clue for this one is they're the most obvious counter for a soldier that has been out for a little while with a very funky t-shirt. That is a real connective tissue kind of one because I wanted to waste the clue and just let you start guessing because I think this is one you'll get pretty fast. But
The
I
counter,
can explain that first clue later.
the counter to somebody with a funky t-shirt.
Yep. There's somebody in the Joe line that we haven't classified, by the way, that has a funky t-shirt, and this guy's there to counter him.
Is this character a good guy or a bad guy or girl?
Oh, there's a bad guy. It's not a good guy. It's just a bad guy. Totally bad guy. Like,
Okay.
always a bad guy. Never been a good guy. Will always have been bad guys. Plurals. Oops.
Counter to a really funky t-shirt.
I'm going to tell you the funky t-shirt is not Outback's Tiger Force t-shirt. It is a t-shirt that, by funky, I mean it is bright and colorful. And this guy would counter it on their own terms and ground, no matter how high or low that might be.
Is it Road Pig?
Oh, that's a weird path you followed, but I'm starting to see how you got there. But no, that's the wrong path. Complete opposite direction. About turn.
Similar to what Bobby was saying, like his t-shirts are so funky you won't even wear them. Road Pig doesn't have a shirt, so that's where I was going with that. The counter to a funky t-shirt, it's a bad guy. Okay.
I'm trying to think of a relevant clue. Let's see. How about the fact that when they are qualifying for their job, when needing 500 feet of rope, they are given 250 and say, "Go for it, buds." That is off the file card. Even the "Go for it, buds." I swear to God, it's on there. Go for it, buds. Yep, signed. Larry Hama said, "Go for it, buds."
Bad guys Definitely bad guys. Always been bad guys. Counter to a
Mhm.
clean t-shirt. So that's our funky t-shirt. That's what I'm thinking, Bobby. Is it Range Vipers?
Ooh, range vipers would be the wrong guess. I will give you one more effort at this before I will declare a point against you. Or have I given you enough clues? I think I should give you one more.
How do you ride
Uh,
a wetsuit, Matthew?
I will tell you right now that if this figure comes to the classified line and has zero up down neck tilt articulation, they have failed more than they've ever failed anything else in their life. Up down neck tilt articulation is integral to its job.
I'm going to go back with Cal's guess then and say Rock Viper.
Fuck, it was the Rock Viper. Absolutely the Rock Viper. Oh shit, I just turned the screen off. But yes, it was the Rock Viper.
Okay.
Oh my god, thank God Cal got that. I was starting to go, did I make these clues just nonsense? No, my madness made sense to somebody.
Okay.
Rock
Yeah, I
Viper.
see it. Yeah, 500 feet.
Yeah.
Away. Yeah,
The
okay.
t-shirt I'm talking about is Alpine's t-shirt.
Yeah,
Alpine
I
had
figured
no
that.
no Cobra counter to the mountain climber, right? So we need Rock Viper.
Well, that was when you said funky t-shirt, that's the first thing I thought was Alpine's Idaho t-shirt because of the colors. It's funky colors.
Funky.
Funky. Matthew didn't like the clues or the Rock Vipers, Matthew. Or nonsense. So
Oh, everything's nonsense, man. The
It's
whole
all-
freaking
it's all
game's nonsense, Matthew. You knew
Okay.
this and you tuned in anyways.
we tricked you.
Who's
Our
the
plan
fool
is
now? Nerd.
plan worked perfectly.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So this next one, because I'm running away with this. So
Yeah. Oh, and that file Kirk play was 250 feet of rope off 500-foot rock face. That's the test
Yeah.
they're given, right?
yeah.
All right.
Because they got to climb the other 250. All right.
Let's do
So this character does have a figure in classified.
Okay.
What it was, this character has always been divisive and totally not on the file card, but this character's favorite actor died this year, probably.
Probably.
I phrased it. Probably their favorite character.
Oh, okay. So
Our
this
favorite
character,
Favorite
their
actor,
device, favorite actor. They've always been there.
they've always been divisive, and probably their favorite actor died this year.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of which actors. Now I can't think of any actors that died. All actors are immortal in my head. Some dead ones actually came back. So that clue is no good.
Stu says we are shills for the zany and absurd. So
Oh fuck yeah!
that's what we try to do.
So my logic to this is somehow in my head. This is Destro. I just gotta ask questions that prove that. Let's go with. You said they had a figure in the classified line.
They do have a figure in the classified line. Was Destro a guess, or are you just theorizing?
No, I'm going to prove that it's not by asking a question that's going to purposely disprove Destro. That's how this works. Is I get in front of myself. So, do they have only one version of themselves in this line?
Yes.
Second question. Are they a troop builder?
Some people use the character that way. It can be if you're one of one of those people. It can go either way. It can definitely go either way, depending on what you think about the character, I would say.
Okay, so is that 2 questions that I asked or 3?
Yeah, we'll just say that's 2.
All right. OG 13?
No.
Okay.
I'll give
Crystal Ball.
you another clue.
Oh,
Was that a
okay,
guess?
go ahead.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say Crystal Ball.
Okay, it's not Cristobal.
All right. Then.
Cristobal, as he is known in Spain. Oh, let's see. This character only cares about toys.
Only cares for toys.
Mm-hmm.
Scrap iron.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got one
The
more
last guess I
but-
had, the first one I was Destro. And so
Oh.
that was, I go back to Destro. Final
said that
answer.
You
I
said
roll
that was
all.
You said that was
What's it?
theorizing.
Yep. I go back to, I have not disproven Destro. So
I'll give you, let's see. That one's not gonna help you. All the money that he had couldn't buy what he wanted, so he had to make it.
Occurs to me. I never. Again, I see that's Destro, but you would have told me if I was right about Destro, so I feel like I get a 4th pick.
It's in the chat.
Oh my god, the chat got it before I did.
It's in the chat a bunch of times.
It's in it, but well, I can only see everybody's saying one different thing on my screen. Road Pig. It's Road Pig.
It is not Road Pig.
God
He's
damn it. He said Road Pig twice.
He's probably terrified of meteors.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You're gonna have to just give it. I'm lost in the chat right now trying to find somebody. That guy doesn't fucking count. You're not allowed to. I could have pulled it Sundown, but like, let me tell you his lore into some funky clues, like you've known it your whole life. Oh yeah, Rockclaw. He's instinctive. Let me think back to my childhood, see if I get your clues here.
That's probably his favorite actor died this year. Sam Neill just died from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's probably because nobody's ever written enough about this character to get as far as what kind of movie he likes. But yeah. Good pick, Darren, asshole.
So all of the money, all of the money couldn't buy him his greatest wish, a real life dinosaur, his obsession with all things prehistoric, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I should have caught that.
Only wanted to play with his toys.
I should have caught that because I just read that file card recently, but it clearly didn't resonate. You know, having not 40 plus years of familiarity in my head, didn't really get there, Rockclaw.
That's
it.
what we
I should have
call
fucking
curveball on the 3-star draw channel.
I should have read you Synapse's card, but in fucking Mexican, like in Spanish. I should have read it just because Sundown, man. You know Sundown.
Sundown es bueno.
How you'll not get this clue? Essay is about Synapse.
War Chest is in
all right.
House, so let's do one more apiece. How's that sound?
Okay, you son of a bitch. I just happen to have some of these lying around in cyberspace. Let me pull one up, see if I can sell it. Like I was always having a plan.
I'm taking Ambien.
You taking Ambien?
There's
Street
now a
lines of
countdown.
Ambien. Oh, the
There's now
Ambien
a
clock.
countdown.
All right. I will. Okay, I have this guy. Let me see. I remember there was one clue on this I was going to hyper focus on and nothing else.
Stu's going to bed. Good night, Stu. Thank you.
Good night, Stu. Yeah, okay, I've got mine here. I'm gonna give you for free. If you can get it off this guy's birthplace, you deserve to win in every way. All right. But if you're not gonna get it on the birthplace, then the game's still on.
Right.
Tell me which character in our G.I. Joe's lore is from Walnut, California. I'll also throw in the fact that he's the lowest grade we often see on a file card at E3.
Eric, Bobby, I'm counting on y'all.
Don't
let me
pull up the
down.
files. They're going through file cards. Walnut, California.
No, they both live in
E3s.
California.
There's only one E3. We all know who he is. Come on.
Yeah, I'm hoping they know, but just like I know the two Joes from Tennessee.
Yeah, I gave enough that one person absolutely will find out who this is, but you can ask a question if you'd like. I got the big clue, and the big clue is going to be just the testament if you understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this no? Well, no, never mind. I'm not going to ask that. I know. I think I know. Does this guy wear camouflage?
Yes. Yes, they do. Because they're from Walnut, California, and they're in E3.
Everybody knows that. So
Giving away nothing now. Stone cold.
Yeah. So
Can I tell you something?
Yeah. Absolutely.
This guy's probably got some trauma. Went missing for a few days at age 10. National Guard got called in. Pretty serious shit. It's on the file card.
Okay. It's not my first thought because they didn't need no National Guard to find this person. And I remember reading this file card for something else. And I cannot place who it is. That's who I thought at first. That's who I thought at first, DMAC, but no.
DMAC, that's whose dad left him in the woods
to
survive with his rifle, and he came back with that dead eyes stare, right?
Like 10 days later or 2 weeks later or something.
Still one of the best file cards. That's why I have it autographed up there, because somebody chucked that one out the window.
That's right. I'm kind of inclined to go with the chat because Ambush is ringing a bell for this.
It is in fact Ambush.
Because of that. That's because of the woods thing. So yeah, the town and the grade.
So playing the neighborhood game of hide and seek, and he went missing for 3 days, and the National Guard had to come find him, right? But he's the lowest ranking Joe I've seen on a file card. So
I did not remember him being an E3 though. So thank you for triggering my thoughts on the file card, because like who was Cal was the first one, and then
Callister got it right away.
Yeah. Are you in California, Cal? Because I didn't know where you were. So
Ambush is like one of my favorite figures that I'm waiting on that they haven't done, and I'm just shocked because they could have gone two ways. They could have done jungle or just soften up everything and done the desert. And I think they're going to do a desert Ambush, which gets kind of some of his scrim netting off but I can't wait for this thing to come out, man. Like the Reki Took, everything about it is just like, might buy a couple of him.
They've got to get the facial hair right. It's a no-go if they don't get the facial hair right.
Yeah, and honestly, he's the one that I need the retro card for, because the classified one, if they really want to do it, they got to put campaign all over him. The guy literally hides and ambushes people. He'd be cammed up. But on the card, you can see he's not wearing a stitch of it, right? He just relies on this net. So,
because he come with that big ass net. No, he's not. D-Max, he's Ambush. He was from 89 or 90-ish.
I think it was 88, 89. Yeah, it was the same years as like Spearhead, Max were just before them, and
They were
Salvo,
80.
Backstop, a few others were in that wave. Yeah.
Those were the years that I was like, don't need that one. Yeah, I'll get that one. That was
Oh.
during that era. I never had Ambush actually as a kid either. I never did have that figure.
No, and it's good because I decided to tell you that one because the other one is the most ridiculous one I've ever seen. And when they do a G.I. Joe salvo, I'm gonna fucking giggle my ass off because that's basically the Swiss Army knife of Kit. Right? He fires landmines off a slingshot rifle with a quad launching rocket launcher in the other hand, and
Yeah.
Tiger Force helmet, and God knows what else.
Somehow I actually did get Salvo, and I don't know why because I never liked him, but I have Salvo. I've got Salvo's one of the few that I've got complete. I've got all his stuff.
Yeah.
So all right, we'll do one more. I've got a few more, but I'll do one that I think might not be too hard to get with some of the clues. So all right, so this person is
What do you mean, this person?
This person, one of a whole lot of people's all-time favorite characters, and I know that doesn't narrow it down very much. So let me find a way to phrase it. Usually was paired up with somebody in the comic, but not the cartoon, which you didn't really watch much of. Usually in the comic was paired with somebody, but in all other properties, generally was their own specialist. And definitely one of the coolest aesthetics that we've ever had in any of G.I. Joe.
Are you talking about Ocular Serpent? Oh, sorry, Snake Eyes? Snake Eyes.
Yeah, Ocular Serpent. But, it is not Ocular Serpent nor Snake Eyes.
Oh. Sure sounded like Snake Eyes for a second there.
It
Ocular
definitely
Serpent.
could.
Okay, so in the cartoon, had a kind of a buddy that went around with him. All their aspects he didn't. It's a
No,
Joe
in the comic, he usually had somebody with him. In the cartoon, he usually was alone.
Oh,
So, what'd you say? What'd you ask?
if they have a classified figure, does it have a pet companion?
No.
Okay.
All right. Now let me give you a real clue that might all of these fucking clues will I think will help give it away, but you've got two more guesses. So this person most likely vacations in Switzerland.
In Switzerland. Huh? Villain or hero?
Villain.
Is Destro?
It is not Destro.
Oh, I thought because maybe that's where all his money was. All right. So has a sidekick but doesn't have a sidekick alone. Okay, goes to Switzerland for like that. Like I know why people go to Switzerland. Why do people go? Give me one more clue.
All of these. He was the only survivor of a ship explosion.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm gonna go with the chat. The
Good
chat's
idea, but there's some
all over the board.
very answers in there. Let's see.
All right, listen. You said he, so I'm gonna rule Baroness out right off the bat. Because you said he.
I did.
So I hold you to account for. Of all of the several female action figures of Cobra that it could be, it's none of them. I feel better.
It's none of them.
Survived
Could
a
be
boat accident. That seems gripping.
survived
Right?
an explosion.
An explosion.
A ship explosion. Could be seen as a Cold War fashionista.
I could describe so many of Cobra's people.
Definitely Cold War vibes.
Oh, is this person from the October Guard?
No.
Oh, yeah. Can this person win in a rap battle?
Highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely. Oh,
Most
like
most definitely not. This person doesn't say a whole lot. They once changed their outlook on life by wearing bright cherry colors.
well, that's got to be Storm Shadow.
It's not Storm Shadow.
Well, then you're gonna have to tell me who it is, because if it's not Storm Shadow, I've run out of guesses. I wouldn't say these were even educated ones. So much relies on cartoon knowledge.
It is indeed in the chat, and absolutely none of what I have said is in the comics, other than usually works alone. It is none other than
Firefly. Oh yeah, Firefly. Yeah, that makes sense. I just didn't see any examples where he was working with someone to understand the distinction, but I see it now, I guess.
He's always like, I always have him paired up with Scrap Iron. They work together a lot in the comics. His first appearance was with him and Wild Weasel. All of his money is paid into a numbered Swiss bank account, so he probably vacations there and gets some money out. Changed his outlook on life by wearing bright cherry colors because they made him a goddamn ninja in lime green. And then the ship explosion, he was the only one that got out of the freighter when Cobra Commander blew all his enemies up on the freighter. And then my last clue was, nope, definitely not a ninja. Don't believe it.
Oh, wow. I would, even though when you mentioned Ninja, Firefly's name is not synonymous with that thought. I would have been like, show me pictures of, that was Firefly. Oh, okay.
Good old 1992 Firefly, where he was in charge of slicing dice and the red ninjas.
You mean the one? So look forward to that.
Oh, God damn.
Like a Judy child.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're through that.
Yeah, that was fun. So
Yeah.
I like doing this. I think this is one of the most fun things we do when we do our silly stuff, is doing these. It's just so much fun. We got to do Dice Fight again soon.
Yes, at some point we'll go back and have some fun like that. It's just like you, I'm just trying to bash through reviews and stuff like that, and some new stuff trying to get done on the channel. Every now and then you forget to go back and visit some old stuff, I guess.
Well, we had to kind of change it up when I took off, and that's part of that's my fault. I'm trying to get back into, haven't been going as long on the shows because getting used to that new setup. So we did tonight, but I was expecting it tonight. So all right, man. I hope you guys that are still left enjoyed that. Like, it's just some of the silly fun shit we like to do around here. So thank you guys for watching and tuning in. If you're on the replay, hit that like, leave us a comment, tell us how silly this is. Crow, what all you got coming up over on the Crow channel? You've been banging out some reviews the last few days, and I know you got at least one more with Punisher and Hydro.
Yeah. So just a few more reviews to hash out a couple of things that I either picked up at Joe Fest or since I got back for sure. But tomorrow I am driving out to the other side of town to do what I did last week when I put up on my video the video about Classified Canada, the collector out here who collects a lot like Woody, wherein he collects multiple numbers. I showed that video, and that video did well enough for a response. People seem to enjoy looking at other people's collections. And so the guy who, when I went to go buy my, not on the Ostrix, but the red skeleton dude there, when I bought that guy reached out to me and said, would you like to have a look at my collection? And I'm going to do that again with him. So I'll go and videotape an interview and introduce you guys to Mr. Joseph Schroeder, who does not have a YouTube channel and has a social media footprint, but he's a pretty straight shooter with the name, right? I can't tell you, I mean, an alias he doesn't have. So Joseph, right. I'm going to go to his place. But he did send me some shots of his collections, and I think that you guys will enjoy some of the things that he's got in there and seeing how he sets all that up. And maybe that's just something, if there's people with collections that, they'd like to show off. If I'm around, I can go shoot it. That's something I'll do. But that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
That's cool. What else you got? You got anything else? You got reviews coming that you know of other than those two?
No, I got nothing else to pick up right now, and I don't know when the next anything's hitting. I see that gives me more time to watch Shark Eyes and Bees doing guys do Synapse and guys like that. I'm gonna watch those and just kind of wait and scream until something
Action
new shows
Man.
up.
That's who B got. Action Man.
You got Action Man. That was it.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
I think they talk, and they're like, "All right, I'm gonna get Synapse and and Armada," and B's like, "All right, I'm gonna get Toxo Viper and Action Man."
No. Either way, yeah, I guess I'm going to be watching more reviews of my making in a bit, but I still have a few more to build out. How about you? What are you up to this week?
Got a few things. Like I said, I do have that Punisher showing up whenever, and I'll do a review on it. Probably be a pretty quick, simple review on that Punisher. And show him, compare him to the other one, and see how he looks in the Raider van. I've got something I'm excited for that you know about that I'm not going to mention, but it's I've got it ordered, so I help with some photography there. I think there was something else. Oh man, you know what I saw on one of the Facebook groups this morning? A sales post somebody put up, and I was too late, but I did say next if it falls through. There's a guy on there, and he was selling. He has some decent figures, but he had a couple of other things too. A new in the box, never been taken out of the box and put together and hooked up Ramen Racer.
Oh,
$200.
Oh, damn.
And
yeah, next.
Yeah. I'm like, that's like the last thing that I possibly could need right now. But at that price, even if you got it, never opened it and just hung on to it, but I like, if that dude messages me back and it falls through, I'm gonna have another one.
Oh, dude, I would be like, you and I would have to talk about what you do with this. I'll be like, okay, at this point, I'm driving out there to come buy it off you. You're raining ramen racers in a drought of ramen racers. How is this happening?
Oh, hang on. Let me grab the razor real quick.
Yeah,
because I hadn't shown
sorry.
it. Hang on.
Don't trip on any ramen on your way to go get it, okay?
I should have worn my hat.
Yeah. This Frank Castle is pretty badass, guys, but I'm having just as much fun with Sundown right now, just playing, like, converting his kit to his, but those two make a cool fire team partner. I might have to lose the hat on Sundown.
Sundown's going to be in the queue for a long time on the playing with.
Oh, yeah, man. It's, like I said, one of the greatest tragedies is that it's still a great figure, but it somehow did it without a rifle, and it just looks so great with a rifle.
I'm probably going to try and excuse me, order that Valaverse pack that's got the little tactical lever.
Mhm.
He's got a pack that's got one in it. So
Yeah, there's a couple of Ella packs I wouldn't mind getting, but I can't remember if it's out yet or just got announced. I think Quebec or something. Quebec or whiskey was one of them. But, all right, what do you got there?
Shazam!
this is hitting the microphone. This is my secondary Raider with the Razor kit on it.
Damn, dude. Just a second Raider. That's cool. Lights on.
Or
Yeah.
second not Raider.
That's the one you've pieced together pretty much, right? Like
Yeah.
through. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's got the hubcaps on it with the spikes.
Yeah. I like it better without them, but I get why they're there. It fits the theme. I don't like spiky hubcaps. I'm that kid that never liked that.
I can play Spy Hunter.
Yeah, I remember Spy Hunter, but yeah, I just thought it always looked. It always looked like it was just something to make the car flip over. Like in reality, you shear those things off, you lose control of your car. It's
whenever I get to get outside with some dry asphalt and I can take some of these outside, I'm definitely having this thing chasing after the All-Striker. So
yeah. Some Mad Max.
Yeah. That's probably the most Mad Max Joe vehicle that there is right now. But don't forget, that's the one that Henry Jones Sr. and Marcus Brody drive. That's their car. I've got to get some tack vests to get on them. So anyway, I just thought I'd show that because I haven't showed anywhere yet. Fucking awesome. So yeah, if that guy messages me back, I will definitely spend $200 on a never before opened racer. It's the black too.
Oh man, as far as too good of a deal.
On the channel, which was your original question, I've got Punisher coming in sometime. I don't have anything else ordered, I think, other than Joe's. I got my Mythic Legions order, and I tell you, I was so put off by the gold skeleton. I hadn't even opened her up yet because I just was like, she's going in the pile. I hope maybe Purple Elf will want to open her. She'll like her. So whatever, that's going in the pile. Got the diorama thing. I got Frank. Nothing else that I can think of, although I am this close to ordering Mephisto while they've still
are you?
Yeah.
No, that's understandable. I wouldn't lie and say I wouldn't consider it if I had a little bit more access to it, but I'm gonna pass on it next time. I think that's how I get to Joe Fest 27 is by getting a little bit more comfortable by letting these opportunities slip by. Like Mephisto, if Apocalypse comes available. No, sorry, I'm not going to get Apocalypse either, right? Like,
yeah, and I don't really have any real attachment to Mephisto. I just it looks amazing, and you get the throne with it, and you can make him a devil character or anything else. You can set Mephisto up with your Punishers. Don't forget, Frank actually fought the devil, the real devil. So,
the Mephisto fig, there's no doubt there's some universality to having a character like that. I mean, he's Lucifer, he's a demon, it's fine. But yeah, that throne will make a lot of people happy, especially if they're the swords and sorcery types too, right? Like that's an evil altar throne. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's it. It's all you need. I got one more screen. I'm going to share real quick and bring this up and see if anybody's going to go to this. I don't think anybody that's still here listening now is, but if you are planning this weekend to go to the 13th annual Kentuckiana G.I. Joe Toy Expo this weekend is in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. I am planning on being there Saturday. It's about a two and a half hour drive for me. It's one of the good shows that's around me within a decent driving range to go to. It's a lot of older stuff. It's a lot of 12-inch and then the 8-inch, the Action Man. But there's a good variety of all kind of stuff there. It's mostly vintage, but I tell you, the last time I went to this show was in 23 when I was really getting into classified. And I bought a shitload of backlog figures there at that show. So there's classified. I've already seen. So like there's going to be some Serpentors there. There's going to be some Ghost Vipers, all the new wave. Like there's just a good offering of stuff from some of these vintage vendors that show up.
Nice.
I'm gonna look for my Destroyer that I've been trying to hunt down. I'm gonna look for it there. The still monsters that I'm looking for. So if anybody is gonna be at that, I know I asked Wreck Chip earlier because I know he was planning on going. Said he wasn't sure now, but the podcast from the Pit guys go to this, and Terry Ruin, the 4.5 member of Circle of Jerks, Action Media, he goes to this show every year. He'll be set up there, and he's got his new line that he is promoting. That's his line that he's creating. He's going to have the prototypes and stuff there. So it's a good show. Me and Purple Elf went in 23 and stayed the weekend, and we went because it's right after Joe Fest, and we were trying to pick a show to go to together for the weekend. We were going to make a weekend out of it, and we were going to go to Joe Fest, and we couldn't get a room by the time we decided. So we're like, we'll just go to another one. There's another one next month. And I was like, we wasn't even sure which was which, really. It's like, I know one of these is a really big show down here, but I don't know which one is which, but we've already missed that one. We'll go to this one. So we went there and stayed the weekend at the hotel there and hung out at that show. And it's nowhere near like the vibe or, the amount of people, but it is a small, like pretty intimate show. They got a lot of shit there. I mean, there's a lot of booths. There's a couple of manufacturers that set up. It's a good show, especially if you're looking for anything vintage. But it's just, for me, it's just something to get out of the house and go to a good, what I know is a good show. Not particularly looking to buy anything. Just go walk around, and I'll film some content. And if I see anybody there, talk to them, hang out with them. So I'm planning on doing that Saturday, get some footage, and hopefully have that put together Saturday night or Sunday of that show. It's a good little show. If you're 3 hours from it, I recommend going. Other than that, that's it. That's all I got going on over here. I'd like to do some more little, my animals in control kind of things, but they take a little while to plan and set up. So I need people to watch them when I do them. But it's not everybody's bag, baby.
No, and that's like I said, the people that are watching them, that want to watch them, will let you know. Otherwise, just do them for yourself. Like, it's your channel, man. Have fun. They're your toys. Have fun with them your way. I'll watch
100% are.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this fig. I did a review on this a while ago. The more I play with this figure, the more fun he is. This Maximum Thor. Like, he is the worst of the Maximum, but he's still a good Thor.
I like him. I don't like him enough to buy him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was hoping for a Maximum Thor because I like Thor. Yeah. He just didn't exactly come out with everything I wanted in a Maximum Thor. So unless I get him cheap, and this show that I'm talking about, like, somebody will probably have him there. So if I caught him for like $45 or something, I might pick him up. It's a good place to pick up.
He's a good posing fig, like with the wire cape and everything. Like, and the buck is worth the wire cape, if that makes sense, right? It's not just thrown on a shitty buck. The buck achieves the cape, right? So
Word. Yeah, if I find him,
Yeah.
if I find him cheap, I'll pick him up. But I'm really like just going up there to look around. I am going to look for the steel monsters, and if I can find some some cheap troop builders, like some cheap bats or night vipers or something, I might grab a couple. But I know Terry always has stacks of classified when he goes there. So
Sure.
I bought a bunch from him that year when we went, and I wasn't even sure who he was. I was like, that dude looks familiar. I think he's on YouTube. I asked him later. He was like, oh yeah, I always go to that show. So hopefully that will go well. I'll keep you guys updated. And I think
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
gonna be a wrap tonight. So thank you guys for hanging out. We will be back in a couple of weeks. And then we probably will talk about whatever went down at SDCC and how we weren't able to order it because it sold out 3 seconds after it went up on the website. So,
Lather,
then-
rinse, repeat. Yeah.
yep. And then next week it'll be available and I'll wind up putting them on sale later. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Again, thank you everybody for hanging out. We have fun, always have fun hanging out with our chats, and we will see you in about
Thank you.